What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live. Waiting for a few people to jump on in here. I'm going to copy the link. Copy. Paste. There you go. It's in. All right. Everybody going to have a good weekend. Have a good week. What's going on? Ooh. Hold on. Getting text messages. Oh, there he
is. Hey, Dave. How we doing?
Good. Yourself?
Doing well.
I am up. Hear you. So, you ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
Open up that box.
Yep, I got it up here, but we won't open it tonight.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Orlando, Scott, what's going on?
Hey, good evening, guys.
Hey, Scott.
How's it going?
So how are you all?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Yeah, same
Scott,
here.
Scott, great job yesterday with Mangini and Jack. That was a great live.
It was fun.
Yeah, you're like an encyclopedia of all the old players. It was amazing. Like you guys were rattling off players, and you could name like the next 4 players for the role after them. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I did not see that yet. My apologies. Was it on Jack's page?
Yeah.
Cracker Jack cards.
Okay.
He even had some cards that Mangini didn't know.
Wait, hold on. So Jack had cards that Mangini didn't know.
Yeah, he had some 1955 Carnival candy cards, I think they were called.
Okay.
Is that it, Scott?
Yeah. And he also had that 1948 American Association Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Dang. What's up, Joe?
Joe. What's up, guys?
Is this your first live stream?
It is. Well, yes.
Pop your cherry. Woohoo!
I did the 3 and 3, but that wasn't live, so.
No, that wasn't live. Awesome. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
You good?
Doing well.
It's Friday night.
Anybody get anything this week in pickups last weekend? Anything?
No,
I got a nice card in the mail.
What'd you get, Scott?
It's
Oh, hold on. Let me solo you out.
Oh, wow.
Test issue.
Yeah, 67 Topps test issue. Supposedly they're going to make buttons out of them, and they never did. They just had them sitting in sheets.
Okay.
There's a Mickey Mantle. There's a Hank Aaron, Roberto Clemente.
Oh, no.
Probably
What's the back look like?
Back is just blank.
Okay.
You can see up on the corner or up here, there's a little, says Japan. And that would have been at the bottom of on the rim of the button.
Ah, okay.
Just barely see it.
That is awesome.
Now, what's it supposed to be like a test disc? Is that what it is? Or
yeah, it's a test disc.
Okay. Really cool, Scott.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Wait, I got to see the Aaron when you get it, Matt.
I appreciate that. I'm going to probably try to pick one up now, right? Monkey see, monkey do. I'm guilty for sure.
Good luck finding one, though. There's a maze on eBay. I think it's $3,000.
Yeah, I want to say Dave Blue Jacket just showed a maze one of that same thing because I remember I mentioned in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what slab you're getting in then.
Yeah, I'm all over the place, Joe. I got a little bit of PSA, SGC, and of course CSG, but Tyrus has not wanted to hear of anything besides CSG. But they don't grade everything, right? So that's an issue. So
right.
trying to focus on the card or whatever it may be. Actually, I got not much this week, guys, unfortunately, but I got it's so small. I'm not sure you're going to see it. Sitco coin.
Hold on,
It's
let
like
me
super
show you.
tiny.
Mhm.
They're from '69,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
so it's it's a 100-year anniversary, I guess, of baseball. I think they were trying to do, right? 1869, 1969. So interesting,
That's
something
pretty cool.
different, right? Relatively inexpensive, but obviously didn't have one, so I wanted to add it.
It's a good pickup.
Thanks.
I got two things. I have Matt saw this so far, but this is one big pickup for my 53 set. So I got the Jim Gilliam rookie. Finally,
Nice.
Really nice.
Nice.
it has some paper loss, but what I love about the 53s is like it just kind of blends in with the card stock.
Man, he looks like he's like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, but he actually played. Let's see. So at this point, he was 25 already, and he had a couple of seasons in the Negro Leagues under his belt.
I love those 53s. How far are you with the set?
I need 24 yet.
Great.
I need the
What's
mantle and
the
the
one?
page. I need the mantle and the page, and then after that, I need the spawn yet too, and after that, it's pretty much just all high numbers.
Great.
Did you see? I think it's baseball collector
Hey,
Mike.
Tires.
Say hi, Ty.
Hi.
He had Orlando, Scott, and Joe, and Dave. Of course, you know Dave from Fortnite.
There's a 53
Tyrus?
Spawn, but it's not tops. It's the Johnson cookies.
Lots of cookies, yeah.
That's nice.
That 53, right?
Yep, that's the 53. And the backs have the similar Braves logo.
The 54 are the skinny ones, right?
Yep.
Longer ones, yeah. Or I guess, yeah. So did you see Mike? He finished his Hall of Fame 53 run. I think he showed it today. I want to say, I think it was today. I'll catch up on videos.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I'm so far behind on videos.
Guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I have these cards I just showed up off. I had, well, that one. Oh, I have one more yet too. I made videos for both these, and Stuke, I made your video response. I just didn't post it yet, but I got another Prez Steel autograph, the Juan Marichal.
Oh,
That's cool.
awesome. And that's my favorite, the celebration set.
Yeah, that's what I only have two so far, but they're both from the celebrations. I have the Spawn,
Yeah.
and
That's my
Yeah, I
favorite.
like that one.
it's my favorite too, just because it's like a little bit more. I mean, it was, I guess, all the Hall of Famers if you're trying to do the regular one, because I just kept releasing them.
Yeah.
But there's actually like, a checklist that you can try and cross things off from. So
That's what I like about that set in particular. I've got the entire set. I talked about that with Mike, baseball collector, because he's missing one, and I've got the one that he's missing.
is that
The
fit?
Jocko-
Is that
the
50
Jocko
cards,
Conley.
Orlando?
No, it's 44 cards.
44.
But
Okay.
only well, with the checklist and all that, but only 40 could be signed
Okay.
because a few of the guys passed away right before, when they made the set. They initially Perez made it because he wanted everybody to be able to sign it, but in the process of making it and getting everybody to approve it and all that stuff, because you got to go through, some of them have to go through the agents. And during that process, 3 of those Hall of Famers passed away. So, but everybody else, it's got Ted Williams, it's got Mickey Mantle, it's got everybody in there pretty much, except for Willie Mays. He didn't agree to it, but you got Aaron in there, and the tough one was Jocko Conlon, because when the cards came out, like 2 months after that, he passed away. So I think that PSA only has about 3 or 4 of the Jocko Conlon autographed. But all the other ones are attainable. Well, they were a few years ago. Now a lot of them have passed away.
I noticed Jake is customizing some of his Perez Steels, where he's adding the cut autograph onto the card.
The Babe Ruth.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you can do that.
You said
can do that.
you
It's
said
just-
you talking about the umpire, right? Right, Orlando.
Yeah, the umpire, Jocko Conlon. I can go get it if you want. I got it downstairs. I'll show
No, I
it to
got
you. I wanted
no.
to.
This is the this is mine.
That's the Hall of Fame plaque, Jocko Conlon.
Yeah.
Right. That's the Hall of Fame plaque.
Really cool though.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't think go ahead.
let me go get it. Give me a minute. Be right back.
I don't think I'd have the guts
Okay.
to do the cut autographs like that, especially with that glue that turns purple for a little bit.
Yeah. Especially Babe Ruth. Didn't they say he tried to do the comp?
I can't.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he tried to buy a cop to do the same thing, and then they tried to talk him out of it, right? Maybe at the National or
Yeah.
whatever. They started giving him crap about it, so he didn't end up doing. He ended up buying a separate autograph.
This would be a cool press deal to have signed. It's Al Barlick. It has Willie Mays sliding past Campy.
Oh wow.
And that's from this Great Moment set.
Dang, that's nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You'd have to customize it though.
Yeah.
I love all those press deals. Here's a Jocko Conlon. You can close up on that.
Yeah, the umpire cards are really neat.
Solo.
And this is a tough card because he passed away right after they were produced.
You
So
said
very
there's
few.
Okay.
I don't know how many, but there's less than 5, I think, on the PSA Pop Report. And then I've got the whole set. You know, the whole set came in a little box. I'll show you real quick here. In a little box. It all came numbered. That's the box. And then you get them all autographed. Here's the Aaron.
Really nice.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
Ties. We can get that.
Here's that Aparicio. I got them all. Thanks.
So you're saying like so they came in the box and then they came in there already autographed, or they?
No, you have to get them hand autograph each one. They came in the box. You can buy the set of the cards in the Hall of Fame, and they're limited to 5,000. And then you personally have to get these autographed. You know, they're hand signed each one.
Okay.
So I've got the whole set here. I showed it all in the tabletop video that I did. There's the Yogi Berra.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Bordeaux. So there's a 40 that could be autographed. This is a tough one here, the Roy Campanella.
That's nice.
Because he was partially, there's one of the guys, Happy Chandler, yeah. There's Ray Dandridge. You got Bill Dickey. That's one of the best catchers ever. 7 World Series championship, and he taught Yogi Berra everything he knew. And he also taught Elston Howard. But what I love about these cards is, and I don't want to steal the entire show, is that it has picture, like an action picture of them down at the bottom. And that's what I really, really like, because it's not just the headshot, of each player.
What year were those made again? Orlando, do you know?
89. I think it was 1989.
Lou wants to know what our watch list items are.
Yeah, they're in alphabetical order and stuff like that.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, how we doing?
Oh, hey guys. I was just
Hey,
listening
Alex.
to Orlando, so don't mind me.
Well, this is another one of the Great Moments cards.
Yeah, those are beautiful. I love those. And those are very large cards. They're like
Yeah.
they're like the Turkey Reds.
But more affordable.
And hey,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Pee Wee Reese sleeping. That's always a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not a posed photo either.
I was gonna say, and not staged.
Yeah. And you can get those autographed too. I've seen a lot of those autographed. I saw some at the National. Hey, Lou. You got Lou Rock. You got Don Field of Dreams.
Are you gonna go buy the items that we have saved on our watch list, Lou?
Yeah.
I actually have a post serial card from 1930 saved in my watch list. That Christy Mathewson. I think it's the earliest baseball post serial card.
How far back do you guys have
What
stuff
year
in
was
your
that
watch list? Like I've got stuff in my watch list that I put in there like 5 years ago, and they're still there. I'm curious if you guys have anything like that.
Yeah, I got stuff on my permanent watch list. Anything, because I collect the 1888 Goodwin Champion, so I'm always looking for some of those, and in decent condition. Most of those are very, very poor condition. My last video I showed this. I don't know when I did the for Rick Vintage Oddball card. I showed this that was torn right out of a book completely. That's why I got a 1. But it's a very rare card. It's the first football card ever. And look at the front of that card. It was put in an album for over 100 years.
Wow.
Who is the person?
It's Harry Beecher, the captain of the Yale football team. And Harry Beecher was the top player at the time. And Yale went undefeated for many years. And the manager of the team, Walter Camp, was basically the guy that invented football. And look at the ball that he had to throw with. One year he threw 33 touchdowns with that ball.
Jeez.
In 1 year. He was player of the year. And you could see it, get a good close up there. So, but I have these
crazy.
good ones always on my watch list, even in poor 1. I'm always looking for some of those. And the other one I showed on the video was, this is for Decon when he did the 1 cards. This one also has back damage, not as bad back damage, but this is pretty much my favorite baseball card ever. And that's the King Kelly. And that one graded a 1.5 because of the back damage, but it's beautiful on the front. So I'm always looking for cards like this that look like, these are 130 something years old now, 135-year-old cards. And, graded 1.5. But the front is perfect. It just has damage on the back. It's missing some stuff on the back. So those are the things I have on eBay that all the time, because those I think are some rare stuff that I'm always looking to get. I have some that are even a little bit higher grade, but they don't look as nice as those. Let me show one more card. This one's for Tyrus. Let's see if he has this. This is the Hank Aaron.
We need that one.
I like that one.
That's the 55 double headers.
55 doubleheader Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
Looks like that.
And it folds and it has 2 players on it. And
Yeah, it's in my safe searches to answer Alex's question. That one's in the safe search.
Exactly. Yeah, those are the kind of things you put in the safe search. So I wanted to show you that, Aaron.
Now, is yours perforated? Because I know some of them came non-perforated. Did
This
yours have
was a bit. It's in pretty bad shape, but it's got pretty good eye appeal. But you can see in the back that it's been folded a bunch of times.
Yeah, I found one that wasn't folded. I don't know if that was actually real or not, but it was graded, so I assume it is. But
I don't know. I think they're all folded as far as I know. What was that one, Scott? Yeah.
That's Howie Pollitt, but on the back it's Ernie Banks.
oh wow,
Yeah. Now, is
Like a
that one
mirror.
folded or is that?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, I think-
folded.
Yeah, I think they've all been folded.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, there's also a Jackie Robinson in that set also.
Oh, Jackie Robinson.
Ted Williams, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Harmon Killebrew, rookie.
I think I got
Yeah,
the Jackie
there's
in my safe.
yeah, there's some neat kind of oddball cards out there. That and the
Mhm.
Johnson cookies and all that stuff is pretty neat.
Yeah, the Hires root beer. I'm still wanting to get that one.
Yeah, the Hires
Eluding
root
me.
beer.
And then the Lake to Lake that John showed last night with you guys, Scott, was really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that was real nice. Did he show a third Hank Aaron card, or
He had the Johnson Cookies 55, and then he had the Lake to Lake and the
Okay.
Hires. I think were the
Okay.
three he showed.
yeah, he's got quite a collection to pick from.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that almost 2-hour video where it was just kind of streaming through, and it was only the cards were only on there like 5 seconds, but maybe not even that, like 2 or 3 seconds, right? But it was just amazing. The
Yeah.
breadth of it.
Yeah, he did a video when he bought the Hank Aaron, so you can see it a little bit more. If you go back through his videos, you'll see the Hank Aaron.
I'll have to search for it. I don't. He does almost 2 a day. I feel like, right? So it's hard to keep
Yeah,
up.
Alex, you got any pickups? You buying anything?
I almost got a 54 Bowman Jim Gilliam, which is kind of interesting because I know Joe just showed a Jim Gilliam. I really am a big fan of the 54 Bowman. Decided not to pull the trigger on it, and I did get a Diamond Stars. I'm not going to say which one because I don't have it in hand yet, but I'm excited to get it. I mean, that's a set that I really love digging through and trying to pick out which ones are my favorites. It's not a big name, but to me, that's a set where I'm not really worried about the name. I'm more just an admirer of the card, of the artwork.
Oh yeah, those diamonds and anything with artwork, the Bowmans, the early stuff. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they have that Art Deco look, that I really like that type of artwork.
Mhm.
I like the George C. Millers too, but those a lot of times are cut off because they redeemed them or whatever, right?
Yeah, some of those seem to have been hand cut, a lot of those.
For me, it just makes a lot of sense in terms of collecting. If you want to think about it financially, it's like I can't just go after the big cards all the time because it's just not financially feasible. So it helps to kind of like have a wider search, and I can look at cards that are not a Hall of Famer or somebody's rookie card or whatever, but they're still really cool and there's something about them that I'm drawn to, and they kind of help fill out my collection. They make it more interesting, and they're more affordable. So I can kind of keep collecting without getting bummed out at some of the prices for some of these cards that I want to get, because some of them are just astronomical and just not feasible. So it just kind of opens things up a little bit.
Yeah, on that one live you had with that 59 Frank Robinson, I added that to my want list after that, or my save search, whatever.
Right.
Tops, the black background.
Yes, and it's just so fun seeing everybody's, cards, whatever they are, because you can always something will catch your eye. You just never know.
Yeah, I was at a card show with my daughter on Sunday. It was her first card show, and so she wanted to go and look at some Pokemon cards and stuff. And she had a really good time. Talked to the vendor, the dealers and stuff. Asked them questions, who their favorite player was, and
Nice.
and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And just like going around there, I gotta pull this one out. I had to do a little lesson to her while we were there and stuff. So this is my first Larry Doby card. um, here,
Nice.
you know, it's pretty nice. But one of the things that you can see in the back, well, I don't know why I said hometown there, but he was actually born here in Camden, which is 2 towns over from where I am. So, so you got like the Larry Doby Sports Complex where they do stuff, and then you know, like the school and the fire stations and stuff like that. So I had a teacher, you know, I was like, you know, who Larry Doby was and stuff, and she was like, "What?" You know, so she was like, "Really? This guy was like named, like my school was named after this guy," and everything.
Cool.
So I had a teacher, you know, it was like he was the first Negro player into the American League right after Jackie Robinson came in and stuff, because Jackie Robinson's like her favorite player, you know, and she's like, "What?" So she was pretty cool about it and everything. And then I ended up getting this one too. Oh, you got the.
I was just going to show the 59.
Orlando up.
Oh, really nice looking.
Oh, there you go.
So you can get a good look at
It's
it.
like packed fresh.
Yeah, this was my 59 set that came out. Really, I've had it forever. I got it from the guy
Now, on
that
the back
originally
of-
pulled these out of packs.
Orlando, does on the back one, does that say Camden, South Carolina?
Let's see. It says home, Patterson, New Jersey.
See, I don't know.
Doesn't say where he was born on there. Yeah, see if you can look at it there.
Yeah, that's the same. Like, I guess mine is, yeah, Patterson, New Jersey is hometown, but yeah, he was
I think it says
born.
I can barely
in
read it.
Camden, because there's a big old sign when you're driving into it.
Yeah, now that I pulled out my 59s, here's
then-
the Aaron.
Oh yeah, Club's Homer, right? Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
love that card. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, those thrill cards are neat.
Yeah, I got the whole set. I got all the thrill cards here.
Matt, I'm pulling mine
Here's
down
all
off the
the
floorboard
thrills.
right now.
Yeah, Joe's got them
Pull some of those here.
pin cushions put through his.
The usual.
Mm.
There's the Snyder. I had a few of them graded.
You like that
let's
Banks
see,
one?
they're in nice shape too. There's the K-line. That's the Calavito. And there's the Aaron one. I had the Maze, and the other ones I had those graded.
Hey, Dave,
Oh, there
I'm
it is.
curious.
That's the Maze right there.
Dave,
those
did you have you ever read the book Our Team?
No.
Let me figure out who the author is, but this is a book that came out maybe a year or two ago. It's called Our Team: The Epic Story of Four Men and the World Series That Changed Baseball, by Luke Eplin. It's all about Larry Doby, Satchel Paige, Bob Feller, and just that whole team, the Cleveland Indians. The reason I think of it is because they do a really good job of describing Larry Doby's childhood. And I bet if you read it, you would pick up on stuff that went right over my head in terms of just like the town and just references to this, you know, to his
Okay.
childhood and
Yeah,
stuff like that. It was like, it actually, I haven't finished the book,
Okay.
but it really made me appreciate Larry Doby a lot more than I already did. I definitely recommend that book.
That's a team.
Oh, I have it in
card there,
my saved on Amazon.
Cool.
It's the 48 Cleveland Indians.
Hold on, bring that up.
Oh, that's a nice card. I've never seen that.
Is it like an exhibit or what is that?
For some reason,
It's an exhibit. You
You
can
get all the
see Satchel
exhibits,
in the
Scott.
middle, Larry Doby in the back.
Yep. It's nice.
You actually can see their faces compared to
Is
the
it a-
top team cards.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
And that's a blank back.
Yeah, it's blank back.
What else you got at the show, Dave?
Got
Are you saving it for video?
the 51 Luke Easter.
Nice.
I got that. Had a little, looked like somebody, it was a stamp or something happened to it on the back. But other than that, it's really nice.
Nice. Got nice corners, nice centering.
I believe this is his rookie card. And
And he's
then
kneeling. I think Don's
the other
Don's
ones
still
I
here.
got. And then I got this one
Sweet.
Oh,
Here.
man.
and then that.
Oh,
That
you're
was
pulling out some of my favorites now.
So
That was a fun set to play with.
Oh, man, I played with it.
Mhm.
Put me on the screen
and then
there,
I
Dave.
got a bunch of guess these Sports Illustrated like casters, sports
yeah.
casters.
Oh, yeah,
cards
yeah.
from like 77, 78, 79. They're printed in like Japan, Italy. That's the ones that I have shown here. Or that's what they're from.
Put me on the screen there, Dave, real quick.
I am. I'm
The whole
getting-
set.
Yeah, here's the whole set, except for the Mantle and the Aaron and Mays, the Clemente. I got graded, but there's the whole set.
You got like brand new penny or card savers there too. Take note,
Yeah.
Dave. They're not yellowed.
No, I put them in these card savers.
Hey,
They
these
were
ain't
in
yellowed either, man.
penny
I'm
sleeves.
teasing with you. That was like your top
That's
loaders you had were
cool.
pretty yellow, Dave, in one
Oh,
episode.
look at that.
Looks-
All right. There you go.
That's a set that I put together in 1968.
Yeah.
I had a couple sets of it, and I put them, played with some of them, wrote on some of them.
Yeah, mine's. I could see you were a little bit dirty on the back, so I think I played with some of those too.
It was fun. Those were fun
Yeah.
cards to have back in the day.
Yeah, we had those, and then we had also ones that were like a scratch-off game, where it was like a little 9-inning game. There were little
Yeah.
booklets. Those I think were the 1970. I think they were little booklets, and you scratched off, and the other side had all little black marks. I got
Yeah.
them somewhere in there.
I scratched
A lot
all
of-
mine.
Yeah, a lot of neat little inserts back in the 60s and early 70s.
Mm-hmm. They're not worth what the inserts are today.
No, not at all. They're worth less than the
You know,
regular card, the base card.
Yeah.
Hey Scott, do you have like everything available to you? Like somebody's gonna show something random, and then you're like, "Oh, look here, I got this." Like it's just like you just have it right next to you.
I'm in my office, and I work from home, and my cards are in the same room I work in. So I always
I
like
mean, that
to
would be a
sit-
great contest. Is like just name a card and see who pulls it first.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, that sounds fun. Something to
Oh,
do.
no.
Go ahead, Alex. Name something. Let's see if we got it.
That's the good thing about having an exhibit set. You can pull cards from the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, Scott, do you have like doubles of stuff, triples, or something, or you just have like one of like everything?
I have a stack of doubles of my exhibits. I got a couple. I got duplicates of other cards, but I don't have 10 of anything, except for Kirby Puckett Tiffany from '87 for some reason. He is a big.
The update?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
just the regular
The regular.
Tiffany.
I
But
love
like
those
in that,
Tiffany sets.
Okay.
like in the exhibit set, I've got 4 different mantles, and I'm missing one, the expensive one that's going to be like $3,000.
What does that look like? What's the one that you're missing? What's it look like?
There's one on eBay right now. He's got pinstripes. It's kind of a portrait.
Okay.
I'll show you the ones
No,
that I
because
have.
at the card show I saw an exhibit. It was like him standing up. I wasn't quite sure if that's the.
Scott, can you tell what year they were made by the picture or the portrait on it, or they were all just produced around the same time?
No,
Because I know they were produced from what, 47 to 52 or something, or
47 through 66.
66. Okay, yeah.
So a lot of the time, you can tell the year by what it says on the bottom and the size of the print. It'll say "Made in USA" or "Printed in USA," and some of them are all caps, some are not all caps, and some don't have "Printed in USA." It's just
There's a great website. I think it's called Keyman Collectibles that has a breakdown of like
Yeah.
all the little iterations. Oh, look at that.
those are the 4 manuals I have. In the top, this one has "Made in USA," and these two have "Printed in USA." And one of them, let's see, one of them, the C and the K connect in Mickey, and the other one it doesn't.
Oh, I see
So there's
that.
variations like that too.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, those are really cool.
All right, so the next time I'm at that card show, when it comes around and that dealer's there and he has that one, again, I'm gonna have to look at it and I'll take a picture and send it to you, Scott.
Sure, sounds good. And hopefully it's under $3,000.
I was just going to ask you, Dave, like, how was pricing? What did you think about prices overall at the show? Seemed fair compared to eBay, or
It kind of like fluctuated. Well, so some of the dealers I know there, and I think they're just showing their collection. They just don't want to like move it, because I mean there is like one guy, Bill. I mean, I got some deals from him before and everything, but he had a 54 Jackie Robinson Raw. It looked pretty nice and stuff. He was like $100 for it. Then he had a 53 Campy that had like writing like a circle right next to his head, and he was asking $500 for it, and it wasn't in that great of a condition.
Was it a doodle by Roy Campanella? Because that would be worth $500.
Not at all. Yeah. But he had 7 Aaron. He was asking for $1,000 for it, and I was just like, no. Like he just sat there, and hardly anybody was like. They probably seen the prices that he was asking and just moved on. They didn't want anything else to do with it. And then another vendor, Eddie. I mean, some of his stuff's good. Some of it's a little overpriced. You just got to work with him on things. There's another guy. He had probably 8 tables in the center of the room, and he had 50% off boxes. But I think he upcharged the items because I think they were above and like 50% off to the actual price that they were really going for. So I don't think he was, fair on anything. So, but other than that,
cool sales model.
People had a lot of modern stuff, and I really didn't care. Yeah.
Dave, you mentioned that your daughter's favorite player is Jackie Robinson, which is amazing. Is she collecting baseball cards besides Pokemon?
No. No. So I think it was last year in school. They had to do, or maybe it was this year. They had to do I think it was last year. They had to do some assignment. They had to pick somebody famous, and that's who he picked because it was a list of what they had. And she was like, "Oh, it's a baseball player. I know my dad loves baseball, so that's who I'm going with." And she learned a little bit about him and was just like a favorite player. So I'm like, all right, there ain't nothing wrong with that. And it's funny because I seen around that same time, it's at the same time I ended up buying my 54 Jackie. I went to a card show in Augusta, Georgia, and bought mine there. That was my first Jackie Robinson, first and only so far.
Awesome.
There's a lot of newer reprints of him too, or not reprints, but a lot of newer issues of Jackie that she could collect too, if you want to stay away from the expensive cards.
Yeah. I had the Topps came out, was it 2012 or something like that? The Lineage cards. I think that's
Yeah,
what they were.
2011, I think.
And it's like,
Yeah, I tried to buy that stand-up 2011
Yeah.
Lineage last night. Aaron.
It's like him jumping up and in there. That's the. I gave that to her. She has that one in her room, but other than that, she doesn't have anything else. It's just a bunch of pokes, just like my son. I mean, my son has like some football, baseball, but it's just stuff that was given to him for free at the card shows that we go to. He doesn't have to buy. So, but I do have a question though for Alec and Orlando, of the three wise of the group here. So when I look at exhibit cards or like any other like photos and stuff, I'm like, wonder, you see those same photos produced like different areas throughout, different regions. And it's like, who got the photo and who distributed it out and who got it? Because you just see like the same photo and then the back has like this food or beverage company on it, as an advertisement. And then somewhere else is the same photo. Like I think this Dave Blue Jacket 66, he just showed that Babe Ruth photo of him hitting it, the umpire and the catcher behind him in awe. You see the photo, but it's like a Japanese card, like a postcard. But you see that same photo at several like different cards. I'm just kind of curious, like, it's their hands and how it was distributed out, around without, actually like internet or anybody else knowing.
Right. I mean, that's a good question. I think, a lot of those photographers would work for like
That's
the
a long
Associated
question.
Press, or they would work for, the New York Times or whoever, and just different press photographers. And they would then license out the image to whoever needed it. So, that's also how like all the different newspapers around the country would get the same image. It's pretty much the same process, but then this was different, I guess, because it would be licensed to a company or a brand or whatever. But pretty much the same way. But I wonder, because a lot of the photographers didn't necessarily get credit, and they may not have even been compensated for it either, in terms of just how many times it got copied and disseminated. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
It's just
know a
kinda
lot
weird.
about
It's like,
the
I take
original
the photo.
photos, but what I see a lot of times is they're kind of like Alex is saying, they're wire photos that they come from the newspapers, and some of those I've seen some of the originals. You see them at the auctions, and on the back they're stamped with some the newspaper, and sometimes it's loaned to another newspaper, and they have another stamp of another newspaper. So that way, I guess the photo will go around back in those days. So I've seen some of the originals. I'm not an expert in the photos, but I think most of those do come from newspapers back in those days. Of course, you had some famous photographers like Conlon and all of that back
Right.
then. Took pictures of the Ty Cobb sliding at third base, that famous picture. And those are nice little cards. He produced a card set. When was it, in the 80s or 90s?
94, I think, the Conlon collection.
Yeah, the Conlon collection, and those are pretty nice cards to kind of take you back in those days, old photos. But most of those were. I mean, what do you know about that, Scott? Because I don't know much about the postcards or anything like that.
It's,
Break the silence.
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
That's
No,
just
like,
one.
No, I'll ask you a question. That was,
Yeah, I was asking you what you know about the pictures, either from the the cards you showed or from actual photos, why they're used in different places.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like Alex said, different photographers. I know Conlon did a lot of there's a lot of Conlon photos in the TCMA sets you see in the 70s and 80s. I think one of his relatives, maybe a grandson or something. I think I saw him on Net 54. He's spoken about it a little bit.
There's a couple books that have been published of Conlon's photographs. So here's one of them called Baseball's Golden Age, the photographs of Charles Conlon. And this is like a coffee table size book.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that
and
Christy Matthewson's hand there?
yeah, and it's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not everything he ever took a picture of, but there's just a lot of great stuff in here.
Yeah, there's some classic photos in there.
This is really hard to do, by the way.
But great book.
You're doing
I'm
a
glad
great
you
job.
showed that and you're sharing that. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never
thanks,
seen that.
Alex.
That's really cool.
There's a number of they did 2 or 3 of these, and so this seems to be like mostly portraits, but there's other editions that have like different styles of his photographs, and those are always really cool to go through.
Do you any of you follow Huck's cards?
Yeah.
Sure.
You seen his newest video talking about his father-in-law, or I think was it his father-in-law or his mother or his wife's grandfather was a photographer?
The last
You
one I
seen
saw
that?
there at spring training, I missed that one.
Yeah, I haven't
Really
caught up.
behind
no,
on his.
Yeah, so it's the thumbnail is like the guy, like the photographer is like in a fur jacket, and he's standing next to Ernie Banks and another player and stuff. Like it's a pretty good story, because like one of the photos, like it shows Stan Musial from the back, like he's sitting there giving a speech at his last game at Wrigley Field, and he's leaning against a shotgun. And so like the Cubs gave him the shotgun at a farewell gift for playing against the team and stuff. But he's asking if anybody's ever found a photo or can find a photo from the other photographers that are in the front of Stan Musial, to see if they can get the photo of the relative, which is kind of interesting.
There has to be a photo out there during that event.
Yeah.
That's
I tried doing some search and I couldn't find anything yet. Yeah. And I was trying to see if there's like anything on YouTube for, I searched up, his last game there, whatever, and I couldn't find anything with that old footage, or like a newsreel or anything.
I find that all so fascinating. I wish I had a lot of stuff from my grandfather from Cuba, because he knew a lot of stars back in the day. And I did find one picture that my dad, when he recently passed away, I went through his stuff and I found a picture of his dad, my grandfather, with a picture of a Cuban boxer, Kid Chocolate, who was like a lightweight champion during the time. But I know that Scott has a picture of his, is it your grandfather, your great-grandfather?
Great-grandfather.
I saw that the other day. I thought that was so fascinating. And it's just incredible that survived so long.
I haven't
Look
put
at
it
that
away
picture,
yet.
guys.
Yeah, that was from last night. That was awesome.
Yeah,
He's the one
awesome.
he's huge. He's
the
Oh
second
yeah, I
one
remember
from
that
the
one.
left
It's
of
like
the
your
top.
Can you point where he is
Great-grandfather.
again?
yeah,
It's
and
his
then it's
members,
his
right?
brothers and cousin.
He's got 3 brothers and a cousin on the team too.
Need to get that graded.
That's some incredible
Put it
history,
into a
though.
plastic folder.
Incredible
Beautiful.
history. I love that kind of stuff.
have a
And they
couple-
survived.
I have a couple other from my other pictures like that from my hometown. No relatives, but friends of mine. It's their grandfathers and great uncles.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Joe, you doing all right?
Yeah. I was I had out, and then
All right.
I didn't know if we started playing that game where you said you name a card and see who could get it first. So when you were saying, I just comparatively, you were saying about how crazy the Campy was priced. Like, I'd picked this one up, and it's creased, but I think I got this for like $35 or something like that. So just shows that some people can just ask crazy prices. But I thought that was just funny. As soon as you named it, I had to be the first one to grab a card to try and play the little game you were doing. I do want to show one kind of odd thing. It's not actually Go ahead.
Show it.
No, go
It's
ahead.
not a card.
Like, no, I wasn't talking. I was like, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I picked this up. It's not actually a card. This is just a picture of the card. But I saw this at my LCS, and I figured, doing how much I love 53 Tops, I had to get it. So this is just a picture of the Red Shandings card, but it's autographed by the artist Jerry Dvorak, who I think did about 50 of the 50 of the players in the 53 Top set, including the Mantle and Satchel Paige. So I just thought that was cool. I had to get that.
That's pretty cool. Like, I've never seen something like that before.
I think he actually did obviously most of these guys, drawing baseball players wasn't their main thing. I think he did I should have looked it up before, but I think he drew like Popeye cartoons or something like that. It was it was a cartoon was his main thing. And but yeah, that was like $25, and I couldn't, I've seen autographs I compared it, and it's a legit autograph, so I just thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Somebody
be
who
cool
did
I don't know if it's possible. It'd be cool to get all the artists' autographs from that set.
This is the only one I ever saw, and it was even hard to look much up about him or what cards he actually did. I mean, obviously, I've seen bigger pieces of that I know he did the Mantle and Page, and obviously probably the Shandings because they put the picture on here, but it was like $25, so I couldn't pass it up.
Does Topps have all that information still, or did they throw it out? I wonder.
Yeah, well, I don't know for sure.
I know Topps sold all the original pictures from the 53 set, and a lot of them were bought by a hotel chain who bought, I know that the Willie Mays was actually recently sold sometime last year. But they're all out. There's one of each of the players out there, the original drawings.
I mean, I started to do research because I wanted to do a deep dive, almost kind of like what you did, Alex, show off every single card and, just have at least some facts about the card or anything about it. And I think it was in 2014, I think. I found an article. It was Bob Lemke, I think it was from Sports Card Digest. I know he just found a missing memo from Topps, and that's how they first figured out the 6 missing players from the set, because there's supposed to be 280 cards, but there's only 274. So I think people just speculated for a while who it was supposed to be. But like I said, I think like you were saying, Scott, do they have the stuff's probably out there, but it just took a random memo that he found from an employee from Topps, and that's how I think they figured out who the 6 missing cards from the set were.
Yeah, they actually had pictures of most of those missing players.
I know there's
drawn up and everything. I think some of them, they had some contract issues and they couldn't use them, but I think they were ready to print them.
So I think I've seen people do mock-ups or make their own custom cards, basically what your dream cards would be of the 6 missing players, and most people would pick Musial or Williams, but that wasn't. So I have it's Harry Breachin, Pete Castiglione, Billy Cox, Joe Tipton, Ken Wood, and whoever's were the 6 missing cards.
Okay.
And then I saw in the research too, I saw there was actually a mock-up for a Richie Ashburn card, but I think there's the artwork for like the original artwork for like it was a mock-up. I saw it somewhere on an auction. It was a couple $1,000s, I believe.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one as well. Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, like if it, like I said, I saw people do lots of customs and you could make your dream cards, but I'm pretty sure those are the 6 guys that were supposed to be in.
Yeah, so if you're a diehard 53 Tops fan, that's cool. But if you're not, it's like, oh, well, I don't really need a Hoot Evers card. Right?
Yeah.
Well, did they have those cards in
How
the
many different
53
artists were
reprint set?
Yeah, so Hoot Evers, Ken Wood, those two definitely are in 53 Bowman. I didn't, the other names I didn't recognize as being in the set. And of course, Richie Ashburn is in it.
Yeah.
I figured there's a very few, well, not very few, but I think it was supposed to be even as far as teams and everything like that. It was supposed to be 50-50 American League and National League players for the whole set. And as far as the breakdown per team, I think it was supposed to be. But it seems like, and I'm just speculating, but I don't know if it's because of Bowman being out of Philadelphia. Like, I don't know if that rivalry put it there, that it seems like that's why like Ashburn and Roberts weren't in the set, because it feels like it was almost like the Philly players seem to be lacking a little bit just because of that, I would guess.
Yeah, no, definitely. And probably the same with the Athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, 53 was the big year of the Bowman and Topps rivalry. I mean, that's the year they both went all out there because, Bowman fell way behind when the 52 Topps came out. And then Bowman came out with that beautiful 53 Bowman color set, which was just, I compare it to when Upper Deck came out after Topps, 89 Upper Deck. It was just, Alex knows, to me, it was the best set of the 50s. But then the 53 Topps, it's just my favorite mantle is a 53 Topps mantle. So, because that design, I just love that design and that artwork. And so, I mean, I'm telling you, 53, I think of all the years in the 50s, to me, 53 is the best year that both companies kind of were at their peak at that time. After that, it kind of Topps took over.
I would definitely agree with that. As far as 53 being the peak, I think, for both sets. I'm probably a little biased, but
Yeah, but how many artists did Sid or not Sid but Cy get for the 53 set? Like how many different artists?
Supposed to be. I think there were 5.
Right.
I think they were supposed to have worked on it, and they were roughly that. I think they're roughly each supposed to do like an equal amount. So that's why, from what I saw, the one of the autograph I have did, I think, roughly like a little over 50. So that almost breaks down to a fifth of the set. So, like I said, I'm not real great at research, and I'm kind of novice at this. So I'm doing but trying to find as much as I can.
Sounds like you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I gotta take off, but this was fun. Good seeing y'all.
Take
All
care,
right,
Alex.
Good to
See
see
ya.
you.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, Alex.
Yeah, I actually started.
It's interesting.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was saying like that piece that you got, with that proof with the signature on it by the artist. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually saw it. So the LCS, the one LCS, it's kind of like almost a time capsule of the last 20 or 30 years. Like, I feel like most people that go there now buy modern stuff, and I feel like a lot of this stuff's kind of just hidden around the place. And a lot of it, I saw this there like 3 different times, and I just figured, well, nobody's going to buy it. And then the last time I went, I thought, well, I better buy this because I'm going to kick myself if somebody does buy it. So it's, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like, some of the stuff I showed off in my videos that I got from there, like there'll be like boxes of like hobby boxes, all this new stuff on top of cases that have like, I didn't even know they had exhibits there. And Well, I was gonna, when Scott was talking about the exhibits, I was just gonna show off my first one I got, but the Ted Williams
Here,
I found
I'll
for
pick full screen.
I found that there, and until that point, I didn't even know they had exhibits there, just because it was covered by like new hobby boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a very odd shop. So Scott, you would know, but
Is it
so
a
this
blank
is
back?
actually, yeah. So you were saying, so this is from a different. This would be from the 39 to 46 series, right?
Correct.
Okay. So does that just mean roughly it could have been printed anytime in between those years?
It's hard to say. That one says printed in USA, right? On the front.
It actually doesn't say anything.
Oh, okay. On the bottom, it's hard to see on the Ted Williams, I think.
Oh yeah, it does. Hold on, let me get my light. Yeah, printed in USA.
Yeah, I'm thinking some of those were printed into the 50s,
Okay.
even though they say through 46. So I'm
Okay.
doing both sets. It's almost like it's one big set, but some were printed earlier than others that we know for sure. So
But that's why I said that place is like a time capsule of like the last, because like a lot of the stuff, especially in off grade, it was priced, I think, when, you know, I think now maybe people are more leaning towards just buying the card, but at some time it was almost like it was junk because it was in, there's a staple hole in it. So this
that's
was
character.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it, but because of that, it was $9, and I was
Yeah.
not going to pass it up for $9.
Right, Ted Williams.
So
Yeah, I've got the made in USA and the printed in USA, but I don't have the one with number 9 showing on Ted Williams' back. That's an expensive one.
I'll show this off too. I was going to try and surprise him, but I'm probably going to send this to Dom because I know he likes him. But so comparatively, also this one had writing and it was tried to be a race, but this was $1.
Oh,
Wow.
my favorite Minoso for $1.
No
Like you can
respect.
see right across there, like somebody
No
wrote something and
respect.
tried to erase it.
You
But
know, people
like I
don't
said-
people don't like them because of the size, but you know they grow on you. The more you look at them, the more you want to get them. And for the money, come on, for $1, it's a steal.
I
Yeah.
can't read the small cards anymore. I gotta have
Yeah.
big ones.
Yeah, you're right.
Perfect, man.
Oh,
had 2 different
beautiful.
cards in
I
the
need
set.
those. See, now I got to find those. Thanks, Scott. I don't buy a lot of stuff anymore, you know, but the last card I bought was the Minoso rookie.
Here, I'll just dig out some more. Well, what I think are really good finds that I got from that same place, just because they were discounted. So, so I have the 52 Burke Ross Minoso.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh, beautiful.
I think this was like $15.
Look at that. It's a steal.
Is that where you found the low pat too? Same place?
Yeah,
For Adam?
the low pad I sent to Adam, and then I also have the Monty Irvin.
Nice.
And then that's also where I got the Jimmy Fox from. I think this was $50. It was
That was a
raw
deal.
when I got it,
Look at that. And Jimmy Fox.
but then I sent it in, and I thought it was going to get authentic, but it got the 1. So
Well, at least you got a number grade on it.
yeah,
Did you show
No,
that
I mean,
off
it looks
at did you show that off at Decon's contest? You got to show that one off. That's a 1.
yeah, that's what that was the
Beautiful
one I
one.
picked. I showed my other 3 big 1 cards. That's what I got a lot of great feedback. Everybody said
Yeah.
because I only have like I think 8 or 9 total graded cards, but half of them are pretty iconic. So like that's what everybody was saying. You don't have many graded cards, but when you do, you kind of go big. So
That's a beauty. And Mangini's
Yeah.
on. Hey, John. Hey, Dylan. Lou Rock. Scott was on. We got everybody on.
You know,
Chat
Joe,
here
I think
today.
I think one of my favorites is your 53 maze that you got on a $15 break.
What? You got to tell
Yeah,
that story.
So it was the set. I don't know if any of you guys. It's Burl Sports Cards does like group breaks from set breaks. I only ever did. This was the second one I only ever did, and it was the last one I ever did. It was $15 a spot, and I got 3 spots.
Wow.
And this was one of the cards. So for $45, it was raw when I won it, but then I sent it in and got the one. So
That's just
Yeah,
such a hard card to get for that set for a lot of people.
That's
Because
a
of the
short break
price.
card.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this is what. So I usually say anytime I talk about it, this is what kind of. I was just casually picking up some cards from the 53 set just to have some representation of it. I thought I'm never going to be able to complete this, and winning this card for that is kind of what propelled me and had me going forward then to actually just keep picking them up. And now I'm at where I'm at now. Like you asked earlier, I'm down to 24 cards I need. So
Hey, I'm gonna send you an invite to the Discord that that I'm in. Matt's in it, Doug's in it. I think Dom's in it too. And you can like who you're looking for. They got there's a tab that's in there for set building, so you can go in there and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And I mean, it's a bunch of great dudes that are in there that'll help out. So if anybody wants it, I can just let me know, message me, and I can send you an invite. And then it's really cool. I mean, they got different pages. They go by different year. It's like baseball, football, basketball. They have it all separated out. There's chats. They do raffles in there. They do giveaways in there. So yeah, you can buy. There's spots right now for $5 a spot. I think there's 20 spots left, and 2 of the big cards is I want to say it's a 56 or 55 Jackie Robinson, and then the other one's a 60 Mickey Mantle, but it's graded as a 1 and stuff. And if you win, you get to choose up to $200. For whatever it's in the thing. So I think it's kind of cool, throughout the, the Discord. And then the guy that runs the Discord is now working just got hired on or does something with PWCC.
Another place to look is Net 54 Baseball. I don't know if you've searched on. They do have a buy, sell, trade section also, where you can actually not just buy, you could trade on there. So, and they've got a lot of guys that collect a lot of rare stuff in it also.
Yeah, and I heard they're not in it for the making a profit. They're in there. They're the true collectors that are in there that are just there to help each other out.
A lot of you won't believe some of the collections there that are raw. I mean, one guy's got an entire 49 leaf set raw, and that date and T206 sets. And, those are true collectors that they're never going to sell their cards or even get them graded. They just have them in the binders, and they've had them like that, for 50 years, kind of collecting as long as I've been collecting. Or longer, many longer.
So it wasn't until the National this year until that point, I was collecting completely raw, and I just didn't, if I didn't buy graded, it meant usually that the cards were going to be cheaper and I could just buy more of them. But so I found the Jackie at the National this year, and I just bought it graded because it was cheaper graded than any raw card I saw there. So, and then from there, that's when I sent the Willie Mays in, but those are still the only 2 It's gonna be hard to show 2 graded for the set, but then the rest of my 53 set is all just in the binder here. Then
Yeah, most of my cards are raw. So the only thing I graded back in the day was my mantles and my Goodwin champion sets, the old cards. But for the most part, most of my cards still are raw. I mean, I have my 59 set. I graded some of the stars and stuff like that, but the rest of the set's still raw.
A lot of the reason that I get cards graded is more for authentication, so people know what they are. Like this Tony Oliva that I showed earlier. Let's see.
Right, the proof.
I tried to explain it to somebody, they'd go, "Oh, okay, we believe you." But if it's in a slab, it kind of adds authenticity to it. So I've been getting autographs authenticated just for that reason too. So people go, "How do you know it's real?" Well, I've got a second opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that, Scott. At the National, I bought a Minoso autograph, and I just sent it into PSA, waiting to get it back. Just, I know it's authentic because the dealer there had a few other things, and I know it's authentic. But, you want to have it in the slab, and if you're ever going to sell it, which I won't, but just in case, you always wanted that type of thing authenticated in the slab.
Yeah, or if something happens to me, my wife won't have to, try to explain what things are.
That's my number one reason why I started grading some of my cards, especially the star cards, so that my family, my wife has an idea of actually what I have.
Yeah.
Because it's all raw. I don't want them to give all that stuff away, when I pass away. So at least now they have an idea of what it's worth, because basically it's the only reason I graded, really.
Yeah, and people can tell what it is just by looking at the label. The grade isn't that important. It's knowing what it is. And
when I buy a graded card, I mean, I'm buying the card, of course. I don't really try to buy the best card. The Minoso I got is a 5, but it looks a lot better than a 5.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And me, I bought authentic cards that they look good. They're minimum size, but I don't care. Some rare cards like that. Yeah, some rare cards, I even buy them with marks on them. And as you saw, I showed you a couple of ones there. It's the eye appeal. They look great to me. That's what I'm going to go for, especially if the front looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matt, do you have your test proof Aaron close by? Probably not.
I don't know what I got. I got the candy lid one close by. This one.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna bring that up. I love that card. That green. It's
73.
taking a minute. There you go.
But yeah, I got a lot of authentic because I'm trying to buy. At this point, I want to get I guess I'm more about quantity than quality, I guess is what I would say. Trying to get my own little mini master set, I guess, or some of the rare ones.
Tyrus must not be in the room if you're not covering up the label.
No, he's not here. He left. He's a little squeamish on the red label. Still wears a CSG sweatshirt every day to school, even though it's 80 degrees.
He's like covering up the label. Like, no, we're not looking at this.
Matt, I want to show you this Aaron card. I think you were going to pick that up. The Scoops.
The Scoops, yeah. Oh yeah, is that 61 normal size card?
Yeah, normal size card, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's one of the ones I have 2 of because my patience got the better of me. I bought one raw because I couldn't find one graded I liked, and then I got the graded one as well. It's in a CSG slab, so Ty likes that one. But I want to get the 60s because they're oversized. I want to get there's a couple of bigger 60 that are part of his master set on PSA. I'm gonna try to get those. Yeah. They're like Braves, but they have pictures of Hank Aaron on them, right?
Yeah. The other ones are bigger.
That's not what I was trying to bring up there.
What was that? I missed it.
Good. I showed him a little loop to tell the cards are fake. It has a black light. It has a a 11 times loop. And it has like a little measuring thing. And I showed it as to make sure before you send cards to grade. That's what I use. And Dylan bought the loop.
Nice. Yeah, I need to use that just to be able to see my cards. Magnifying glass.
Yep.
Well, you see some of them guys going around at
Get
a
one
show
with the light.
They've got the
Yeah.
goggles with the light on it.
See, I haven't seen that. The Dallas shows, again, it's so much modern now, right? I don't know. A lot of tables, but mostly modern.
Now I got the loop, got the black light.
Yeah.
I'm going to borrow
Yeah.
Dave's,
Yeah.
like CSI.
I tell you what, though, the black light will definitely identify any marks, especially like a 71 tops.
Yeah.
They tend to try to get a marker and put that in the corner and stuff. And with the loop, with the black light, it stands out right away. You can see it immediately. It highlights any markings on the card at all, that black light. So it's a good thing to have.
So if you see like this is Scott's, one of his things. But if you like take a black light to it, I don't know if you can see it, like it glows. I mean, it lights up.
Yeah,
but if you take, pull out
you
another
take any
card.
vintage card, it shouldn't have any glow at all. It's all dull.
It should be glowing, but it's
you got to.
It's too much like. Yeah,
you got to do it in person. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's weird. Like when you look at it in person, it looks just like a regular flashlight hitting on it. But then it's like this. I mean, it's just like it turns like blue almost. Yeah,
and it actually emphasizes also like creases and things in the card too. So you can get a good look at it with that. You guys were showing some promo cards and things, and this is one that I picked up. I don't know much about it, but I found that at one of the shows. It's a Johnny Unitas Kellogg's card from 1970, and it's a blank back.
Does it have the 3D material on the front?
Yes, it's completely 3D, and I compared it to the regular card, and exactly the same on the front, and it has the 3D effect. I don't know if you can see it moving back there, but it's got the 3D effect. So it's a 3D card. It's exactly the same on the front, but the back, it's a blank back. And I asked the dealer, and he said that it was a proof. I was looking through some vintage football. I saw it in there, and I got a good deal on it. And I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." It was about the same.
You got that Bradshaw rookie. You showed that one time too, recently too, right?
Which one?
The Bradshaw rookie card you picked up, I think.
I finally picked up the Bradshaw rookie card, and I've been picking up some, like oddball type football, and I picked up this Bradshaw too at another show.
Oh, that's cool.
This is it's an iron-on sticker, or an iron-on. It's not a sticker; it's an iron-on. You could almost kind of see through it. It has a real thin back, and it's an iron-on from I think it's 72. I think it is.
Does it say it on the front?
No, it doesn't even have a date. It just says.
It does. Says 72.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, 72. 72. It is 72. It says right in the front, and it was cheap. It was like $10 or something like that, and I picked up the Johnny Unitas too.
That looks like a Steelers uniform.
It does look like the Steelers uniform, but just some stuff like that I'll find that at some of the shows, stuff that I hadn't seen, and relatively cheap, especially football. Vintage football seems to be very, very good deals right now. I mean, Johnny Unitas, you could compare him to a top baseball player and try to get something of his from 1972, and you're going to pay, I don't know, a couple $100 or something, or $100.
Yeah.
And it's like $10.
Yeah, I've been picking up some of these oddball sets from about, like this set from 1980. It's 60 cards.
Oh
They're
yeah, yeah,
5x7s.
yeah. I have one
That's
like
your
that, but
cuts.
it's a Dunruss. Dunruss made a big set like that, a big 5x7 set.
Then they had Peachy had a football or a hockey one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then there's a
they
foot.
started at one time. They started making those 5x7 sets. Unfortunately, they weren't very popular. Look at that Gale Sayers. Is that Gale Sayers?
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
just
never
kind
seen
of
those.
oddball stuff that I like. Then the insert set from the 80, was it 81, 82, the Bird Magic rookie year. So it's the whole set. So it's got
Yeah.
Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson posters. I
I
don't
love
think
that
they're
stuff. But John says don't call them oddball.
Obscure, I think is the word he likes to use, right? Obscure.
Obscure. That's nice stuff, and a lot of that is really, when you think about it, they didn't print that much of that
a lot of
compared to the
people.
regular issues.
A lot of people don't collect those sets either. They just pick out their favorite player, Hall of Famers, and the rest just kind of go into obscurity somewhere. But it seems like that's the stuff you can get the best deals on at shows. It's the stuff nobody else wants.
That the exhibits is a good example of that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Now they're starting to get expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jackie has become very expensive now.
And Satchel Paige. They were only $50 to $100 cards 5 years ago.
Yeah. Joe, did you pick up the 53 Satchel Paige yet?
No, that's I sent a bunch of. There's one on mine up right now. I sent a bunch of stuff into ComC. Some like not. I haven't sold any vintage yet, but some some PC stuff that I was willing to sacrifice, and I need to sell a little bit more yet. I'm almost there to pick that one up. So hopefully that's my next big purchase, and then the mantle's probably going to be a little off in the distance yet. So
Yeah, that Satchel's a beautiful card.
yeah, definitely. I would have, had I known I made as much progress as I would have. Going back, that's one of my biggest regrets. I wish I would have picked that up last year at the National, because I saw a few raw copies that were a little bit cheaper that I would have been happy with, and there was some other stuff I picked up instead. Looking back, I wish I would have just grabbed that then, but
Yeah, sometimes when you see a
Is that
card,
the only two? Like the
sometimes if you see something, that you really were looking for, and it's that right card, you got to get it. Because a lot of times you'll go back and you won't find it again. Cards that have good eye appeal like that, they're gonna sell pretty quickly for the most part.
yeah. What were you asking, Dave?
I was gonna say, is just the mantle and the page are the only two big ones left?
Yeah, I need a Warren Spawn, but in the condition I like, I can probably get that for around $50 or less. And then some of the high numbers will be, people ask insane prices because they're high numbers, but once I start whittling them down, I should be able to find some if I'm patient here or there for decent deals. So those are definitely the two big ones. So I have, I think there's, so like Matt was saying earlier, Mike Moynihan showed off the other day. I think there's 23 Hall of Famers, so I have 20 of them right now.
Okay.
So as far as sets go, I mean, it's not a huge number of Hall of Famers. It's just some ones on the higher end, especially the mantle.
Well, you got the hardest one out of the way, the Maze.
Yeah.
I see we got Scott here and Chris from Missouri, and for Scott I want to show him this. That's one of his
You
favorite
know,
cards.
That I was gonna say
The
the Destruction Crew.
Crew. He loves that card. I want to show him that. I have here. I'll go ahead and show these. These are all of the combo cards here. Some of the combo cards. I got them all together. That's
That's nice.
Kozlowski and Ted Williams. That's the Ernie Banks. Tom Drysdale. That's Fox and Aparicio. I love these two-player cards. This is a beauty with the pink background. I love that Al Kaline.
Maxwell is a great player too, but you don't hear much
Yeah, and
about him
that's
in
the,
collecting
Very
circle.
the Fence Busters.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show that. I want to show some of those because I love these dual and triple card. And the 59 set's got a lot of those.
There's a lot in the 59. I think the 58 is my favorite
58's got a bunch of them too.
design. Here, I'll show off my.
Yeah, show some of those.
Well, I'll
Scott's
show you
saying, yeah, combos. Or Double D. Dylan is saying, yeah, combos.
I'll show you. I'll show you my evidence of trimming 58.
Oh,
I have that
I'm
one.
bringing
That's a
in.
beauty. Yeah. Oh, all right. We got Scott.
There he is.
Hey, I can't stay long. I just wanted to show you my Destruction Crew.
Yes, sir.
Autographed.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a beauty. Gorgeous. Way to go.
Nice.
See, I want that.
Show off.
Show off. I need that, Scott.
It's a great card.
That's all I got.
So you got to tell us the story. Did you buy that like that, or did you TTM some of that, or how did that come about?
I bought it like that.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd find it, and I found it right before the 2021 National on eBay, and it's certified and everything. So
I've never seen that with both of them autographed like that. Never seen a card like that.
yeah, I was just pretty lucky to find it. It's a pretty neat card.
That's
An
awesome.
card. So, any more pickups, Scott? You have any pickups lately that you want to kind of share with us, or anything you want to share?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
All right.
Armpit hair. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Nice
look at
wrapper.
that. That's a wrapper. Beautiful.
Yep. So that's a 30. Was that 7?
Is it 34
34?
with the Lou Gehrig?
Lou Gehrig
Yeah,
says,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, 34.
Oh, yeah. With the Lou Gehrig says 34.
Dang.
And then here's a 51 tops. These are like really cheap. You can find these for $20.
Nice.
You get those on eBay or like a local LCS?
I got this at a local card shop or a
Okay.
show. Both of them.
Oh, you got one more.
And I gotta show that one off.
The
Oh,
stamp.
62
wow.
stamps.
Mossy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I like the Padres on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like those 62 stamps. That's the panels.
Yeah.
They're tough to find in the panel too. Most of the time, the kids just stuck them out. There was an album that you could actually put the little stamps onto. So it's very tough to find that combo panel like that.
Yeah, there's a Mantle Aaron one I'm trying to get, but it's expensive.
Yeah, because they have different players. They have different combos in there. So.
Yeah, I got one of the Aaron ones with like Bowser, I think, or someone else, Bowsfield or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 6 of them.
I got that one. I got that Aaron one. But you're right. There's a bunch of different ones.
You got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to, Matt, with
Yeah.
finding the Aaron cards.
Never ends. Never ends what I'm finding.
I
Keeping the
love
post
those.
office busy.
Love those wrappers, Scott. I'm looking for a 49 leaf wrapper, which are impossible to find and expensive. But I want to match it up because I've got the 49 leaf premiums, and I have a box top of a 49 leaf box. So I'd like to have a wrapper to go along with the top of the box that I have for that, because that would make a nice display.
Yeah,
But
that'd be neat.
I'm gonna look for one in the national. See what we got over there.
Keep an eye peeled for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
49 leaf wrapper.
49 leaf wrapper. Okay.
Or they call it 48, 49 leaf, but it is a 49 leaf.
So Orlando, what else are you looking for? Like the Raptor, the Goodwin Champions? What else are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I'm always looking for Goodwin champions to upgrade my. That's the only cards that I've upgraded are those Goodwin champions. But other than that, I mean, I am looking for a Walter Johnson. I'm looking for a T206 Walter Johnson. Maybe one that has a little bit of a rare back, not too not a crazy one, but I actually like the T206 Walter Johnson, not the portrait, but the pitching pose. So I'm going to look for
Okay.
that at the National. And, just that's pretty much about it. I'm not looking for too many things. There's, I'd like to get another rare stuff I'm looking for is the 1894 Mayo Cup plug. I'm looking for a Dan Brothers to go along with my Cap Anson that I picked up at the last show. So, that's pretty much it. I don't buy a lot of stuff, but, stuff I'm looking for is kind of rare and expensive. So I always take the stuff to trade. I picked up the Cap Anson with stuff that I had taken to trade. So that's kind of what I tried to do. Good thing about YouTube is you talk to a lot of people. I had one subscriber from Canada that had a card I wanted, and I actually traded with him. Through Canada. It took forever for the mail to get there and back, but I picked up something for no money at all, and I traded a couple of my doubles away, or one of my doubles away for two of his cards. So I try to do that more often than not. I'm retired, so it's not like I have a lot of money that I can just throw out there. So in order for me to get something good, I got to sell something. So that's what I've been doing for a long time. The last 10, 15 years, I've been selling off my collection to go back further to pre-war and get some of that stuff back. The old things like my Babe Ruth cards, I had to sell off a lot of my stuff. I had a complete 53 Bowman set. I sold that off. I had about 75% of the 53 top set. I did have the Mano and all that, which I still kept, but I sold the rest of the set off. I had a 54 Bowman set complete I sold off. I had the 57 tops complete, the 58 tops complete, and a lot of the 60s. So I kept the 59 set, and I kept a couple of the 60 sets, but a lot of the rest, I had built that over my collecting years. I sold that off to get what Rick calls the big boy cards, and that's what I did when I picked up some, Babe Ruth and Cap Anson and my Ty Cobb. I picked up a T205 Ty Cobb and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, more of a consolidating, selling some stuff off so I can get some of the big cards that are, the Grail cards that I'm looking for.
Okay. How much are you bringing with you to the National?
I'm going to bring a lot of stuff in trade. I mean, I'm even thinking of, I'm going to probably take this card.
Okay.
To trade. And I know a couple of people who are looking for that Beecher card that I showed.
Mm-hmm.
And I might do those because I do have. See, the thing with the PSA registry is I have that Key Kelly card on my PSA registry. It's a 1.5, but I got an SGC copy that's graded a 4. So the problem is if I sell this one, I don't have one in my registry, so I don't have the complete set anymore, So I'd have to get my SGC put into a PSA. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm definitely going to sell one of those, definitely the lower grade one, and keep the better ones in the SGC holder. I may just take it to the National and have it cross over there. to the PSA
Okay.
and then sell my other Kelly card there. Get some money there, and the same thing with the other card too. So just kind of, I'm already planning. I've got my hotel room, I got my tickets, and I've got my flight set already for the national, and I got a roommate for the national, so I'm good to go.
Okay. What about you, Scott?
What am I bringing? Or
Are you going?
yeah, I'm going. Got a
Okay.
hotel. Got my tickets, but I'm driving. 6-hour drive
Okay.
for me.
Okay. Are you
I'm-
bringing stuff with you to
I might bring a
trade
few
stuff?
things. I might bring a
Okay.
few things.
What are you looking for?
Exhibit cards, basically, and then whatever catches my eye. If it's something I like and the price is good, it's probably mine.
Okay.
Shop till you drop.
You going the whole week, Scott, or how many days you going?
I'm planning on staying there through leaving on Sunday morning, but so I don't know if I want to stay at the show all day Saturday and drive home. But going Wednesday night or heading out on Wednesday, so I'll probably hit the show Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I get there Tuesday, sometime on Tuesday. American Airlines changed my flight, so I gotta see why they changed it. They got me arriving early in the morning instead of in the afternoon when I originally had it. But yeah, that's everything's already been bought, taken care of. Some people already know what I'm looking for since the last live. I've probably added a few other cards since then on there, but I'm always looking for something. Who knows? I might not actually get what I was actually going for.
Did you decide what you wanted to get? Last time you had 2 cards you were trying to decide between, if I recall, right?
Oh yeah, the 54 Aaron and the 53 Mantle.
Mantle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still torn between those two, and it's me. I can't get out of my own head of things I want to get. So we shall see what happens.
You can't lose with either one of those cards. They're both incredible cards.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been thinking of. Can't even remember what it is now, but there's always something. I'm always adding something else onto my list, and I just don't know.
Did you ever get a turkey red?
I did not. I did. First, so I remember texting you at Christmas about it and stuff, but I don't know. I have a thing with, I want to look at it, feel it,
Yeah.
experience a little bit, in person,
Shine a black light on it.
Huh?
Shine a black light on it.
Yeah.
Lick it like the Peanut Man.
No, I just want to learn more about it, and I'd rather have it in hand to learn, of it. I mean, I know something small this here, whatever, under $100 ain't gonna break me, but looking at a turkey red, and the one I was looking at, I think it was safe at second or something. There was a guy sliding into second base. But it had one of the corners was torn off, and it's such a big card. You look at it, to me it's such an eye catch. Looking at that torn corner, I couldn't have done it on such a big card. So I might pick up something at the National there. I might have you help me out, Scott, on that, since I think you're a little bit more of an expert.
I know a few of the dealers that are going, so might be able to find one that has one for a good deal.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind raw, Dave, it would actually look really good in a frame. You could get a frame that covers up the corner if that was an issue, right?
I love raw cards. That's I probably have 20 or less graded anything. So I'm not big on, I've never sent a card in for grading. I don't even know how to do it. And I mean, so it's, I don't know. I just like having it all in natural form.
Yeah, I get cards that are too big to get graded sometimes too, like those old baseball magazine. I don't know if they're posters or photos or what. Like this, like this.
The one
I
you showed
like
last
them.
night was huge.
I like the picture.
Yeah.
And they take up so much room. I kind of want to get it framed and put it on the wall. And I got a Christy Mathewson too.
Now, what are those? Like,
Those are premium photos you could order through Baseball Magazine. Have you ever seen the Baseball Magazine? The old one?
With the old Baseball
Or are they
Digest?
Sporting News?
Oh, the Sporting News?
No. Baseball Magazine. It was pretty popular prior to the 1960s. It's got a red cover, red border on the cover usually.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, a friend of mine just got the Joe Jackson. I think he's sending it in to get graded. It's from way back.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have something like that.
Okay.
It's just stuff I run into and I just randomly say, oh, I like it. And it was really cheap. So now it's mine to take care of till someone else wants it.
Yeah, there's at the card show, one of the dealers, he had I don't even know, it was like some team set posters. Like they're like thin. I guess you got I think they were like a stadium giveaway or something.
Were they floating heads?
No, it was like portraits. There was DiMaggio, Rizzuto. I'm trying to think who else, like there was in the set. I can't remember, but there was probably like 15 different ones in there, and he was asking like $325 or something for all of it. And I was like, I don't know nothing too much about this. I should have took photos of it, but
did they look like team issue photos?
Yeah, they were black and white.
Yeah,
and they looked probably about like that size almost. What you just had.
Okay.
Did he have the original envelope they came in or no?
No, it was just they're all in a binder.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes they come like in an envelope with a little pack in there, and then you could see where they came from, how they were made, where they were made. But yeah, those are usually given out at the stadiums and things like that back in the days, I would imagine.
I mean, they looked really nice though. And he's like, yeah, most people have never collected the set and stuff. They just collected whatever player they wanted. And
yeah, I know there's a Satchel Paige, one of those that's tough to find, and I know it's expensive.
Yeah, last night I showed a couple 31 Cubs, Rogers Hornsby and Hack Wilson. They're like 6x9 size. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stuff I send it in to get graded just because they're so flimsy. And a lot of the old ones get real chippy and corners start breaking off and creases turn into tears. And
okay,
so I like to keep them protected.
Yeah.
No, these were like nice, like really good condition. So I wish I would have took a photo of it.
How big was it, Dave? Like these are like the photo pack. Like this is from ’71.
No, that's a photo pack one right there. Yeah.
No, it wasn't like that. It looked almost like a sheet of paper, like a 9x11 or something.
Oh wow.
Like that?
No, No, these were
this is 6x9.
No, these were like a 9x12 or 9x11 size.
Are they Manny's Baseball Land? This is Manny's Bob Feller. 8x10.
No, it was probably about that size right there, but it was a little bit more thicker of a white border around it.
Okay.
That I remember.
Yeah, next
the
time
cool
take
filler.
pictures of that. Take a picture of it, and somebody has to know what it is.
Yeah. There's also a Japanese card, a 1948 Japanese card that I saw while I was there. I didn't know nothing about it. I think it's. I'll text it over to both of you so you can see it real quick because I don't know nothing about it, and I don't know if the price was right or not. So let me get that photo and I'll
Is that a
message it
monthly
over.
show, Dave, or how often does that show happen?
It's a hit or miss.
Here's a Rawlings photo. Did it have any writing on it?
Man, I don't remember if it did or not. No, I didn't have nothing like that. It didn't look like that.
Okay.
How do you store all this, Scott? You have every oversized type I've ever seen. It's amazing.
Got magazine boxes.
Yeah.
And all kinds of boxes.
Like comic book boxes or something. That's what I'm trying to get here because I'm trying to buy a lot, but nowhere near what you have. That's impressive.
All right.
I got stuff I have to put in tubs because it's too big. Like this. It's an old Police Gazette page. I kept it because it has Joe Jackson on it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But this is a Conlon photo, this one right here. And the other ones are Underwood.
Is that like a newspaper page?
Yeah, Police Gazette.
Oh yeah.
But they always had some nice baseball pictures in them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's neat. That's good stuff.
The stuff you have, Scott, is just absolutely crazy that I've never even seen before or even knew existed.
That's what you get for hanging out in antique shops and stuff for 30 years.
That's the thing I like learning about, like watching your stuff in Orlando and everybody else that does this stuff. It's like you're learning things. And when you go into an antique store or a flea market or wherever, then you can start like spotting different things and like nobody's looking through the postcards or nobody's looking at the magazines or tins or something. It's like, or was it like the little lapel pins and stuff? Like nobody's looking at that stuff most of the time in there, and you can find, like, it's kind of crazy. You can actually probably find some nice gems in there that nobody knows what's in, what is it worth. They just think it's like some junk or something.
Yeah, I mean, in the last few years, I found like 1930s Yankee programs with Babe Ruth in them for cheap, and Minneapolis Lakers NBA Finals programs, things like that. People buy estates and they put the sports stuff in their showcases, and they put one price on it, and that's it.
Yeah, you guys seen Mangini's double white glove video with the Phantoma? Yeah, that was awesome. 10, like just seeing that, and stuff. It's just crazy. Like you don't even think of that stuff, housing, probably, if you don't know, you don't know, but like cards used to come in that stuff, and it's just like mind blowing to me that some people was like, no, it's just a regular tobacco tin or the Colgan mint or violet
Colgan
chips
gum.
Yeah, like those little tins. I want to get one of those.
Yeah.
So because I always can find like the violet ones, but I never seen a mint chip, tin.
Yeah.
Are those like harder to find, the mint ones?
All of that stuff you're going to see at the National. That's really where you find those type of things that you don't see them anywhere else. I saw in a video that Junk Wax Hero bought a Piedmont pack of cards. There was a card actually in there, and that kind of stuff is kind of neat to have an actual box where the card was in.
Yeah, I seen somebody open up one where they took it out and the card was actually like wrapped in paper inside, I guess, to help protect it a little bit more from the tobacco.
Well, I do know that. Well, as far as the Goodwin Champions, because those are the ones that I know, they were in Old Judge and Gypsy Queen cigarettes, and
Yeah.
it had the card, and then it had a little coupon between the card, a paper coupon between the card and the cigarettes.
Okay.
So that's how those came, and that was the Old Judge and Gypsy Queen. I actually have
Okay.
one of those little coupons that was put with the card, and then the coupon would say, with 50 of these, you can get an album, or you can get one of those photos that they had. I don't remember what they call them now. Those old Judge cabinet photos
Mm-hmm.
with those little coupons that came in the cigarette packs with a card. So it's kind of neat how they came. So I would imagine, yeah, the T206 probably had something in between the card and the cigarettes themselves, like a thin paper or something like that.
It's something I picked up in one of my antique
Oh, wow, look at
forays.
that.
Oh
A
wow.
This is,
Fatima coupon.
and this is for those little leather pennants that you see.
Okay.
Then
And
it has
that's
a
a
list.
it's like a piece of paper, right?
Yep. And then it has a checklist on the back. I think I bought a pile of about 20 of them for $5 at an antique shop one time.
Yeah. And those are from the, what, 1910
14.
somewhere, 1914? Yeah.
1914.
See, that's kind of some of the stuff that you could find that people don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find a lot of deals going through some of those boxes of odd stuff. You know, I like to go through
Yeah.
that stuff. Sometimes you go through things that are not just sports, they're kind of, you know, I don't know what you call them, but miscellaneous type cards.
Yeah.
Even from the 1800s and early 1900s, I come across some of those and I go through theirs and I'll find some neat stuff in there sometimes.
Yeah.
I I think Andrew of Nuff Said Cards found one of those coupons one time. I think he paid like $15 for it or something. It was from 1888, a coupon like that.
Yeah. It said Fatima, and right away I'm thinking, I know Fatima made cards, so I looked at them a little closer, and yeah, they're checklists for those pennants or whatever they're called. Those little leather things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones that like kind of like have like that weird shape with the players like burnt into them. Is that the ones you're talking about?
No, these are like team ones.
Yeah.
Like different colleges and.
But I know the ones Dave is talking about. Those are the leathers.
Yeah.
Those actually also were a mail-in with coupons type things too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of stuff like that. I think the silks were also the same way. Not sure, but there was a lot of little things that are kind of rare, especially those cabinet photos and things like that were all mail-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those, I think it's like the 3x5 silks. You could get like this big tablecloth that had a picture of them on. You could sew them onto the tablecloth.
Yeah.
Those are pretty wild, or
Yeah.
pillowcases or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see him sewing, you know, the Cy Young and the Ty Cobb together, and you're thinking, oh no.
Yeah.
But in those days, that's what they were made for. They were silks,
Yeah.
and people would just make them. I've seen even blankets that were kind of sewn together like that.
Yeah, the B18 blankets.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
I guess it's similar to people putting the cards in albums too. You know, who would have
Mhm.
guessed it?
Yeah. I bought a bunch of B18s sewed together one time. The guy at the antique shop, he looks at me and goes, "What do you want with these? They've been sitting here for 10 years." I got plans for them.
Dave, I'm
packing-
gonna cut out. I just want to say thanks. This is my
Oh, no
first
problem.
live,
Well,
so it was
yeah,
a blast
thanks,
hanging
Joe.
out with you guys
Thanks, Joe.
here.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks,
Joe.
Joe. It was great.
Yeah,
Good
Love
luck
the
with your 50.
53s.
Good luck with the 53s.
thank you. I'll update my progress. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
It was
Thanks,
fun.
Joe, for coming on.
Yep, no problem. Good night.
Night.
A lot of
All right,
stuff
now
is at shows too. That
Say that
there's,
again?
oh, go ahead.
No, I'll say go ahead and
There's a lot of oddball stuff like that at shows too. That's not cards. You just have to go around and look at the tables. Sometimes you have to ask people if they have anything else like what they have in their case, and they'll dig it out from behind. Kind of. Sometimes they'll get surprised.
That's the right thing, Scott. You got to ask them. When I was looking for that oddball piece there that I showed there for that it was a blank back, the dealer, I didn't see anything there, and I asked him if he had any vintage football, and he brought out a little box, and he had a bunch of little vintage football in there, and that was in it. So I would have never seen it if I would have never asked him for that. And he wanted like $40 for it, and I got it for like, I don't know, $25 or something like that, which is the price of the actual, the normal one, not the proof version. So
Yeah.
unless you ask, and I go to shows and I see sometimes that they have a few little cards there. I ask if they have any more. Or I always ask, you never know.
Yeah. Like those exhibit vending panels, I asked the guy if they had any more. We were in Florida at Mount Dora at that big flea market, and they said, we've got some back in Connecticut. I'll go look for them when I get back there. And 3 or 4 months later, they called me and they had more baseball ones. So I bought those from them. You just never know.
You never know, especially that kind of stuff that is kind of not a little bigger than usual, not the right size. A lot of times you won't find that in their displays.
Yeah.
Their showcases, they'll put them somewhere in the back, or they stick them in some type of binder somewhere. You never see it.
Yeah, because there was a set, like an old football. They weren't cards. They kind of looked like almost like cut out of the players, almost cartoonish. I think they were from either the 60s or something. I can't remember what he called them. But there was I think Johnny Unitas, I think was in there, Joe Namath. There was a bunch of players, and there's probably about 30 of them. I wish I could remember what he called them. It started with a P. I can't remember what they were, but yeah.
Were they die cut? Were they die cut cards?
They almost looked like die cut cards, but they were like white, but it looked like a player in the action. Like they had the ball or they're gonna throw it or something. It was just kind of interesting, but
Orlando probably has one.
Probably.
No, but I think I saw Mangini show one of those. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. I've seen those before. They're die cut football cards.
Yeah.
Are they 71 maybe?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think
somewhere around that area.
Might be the same company that did your NFLPA iron-ons, Orlando.
Could be. You never know. Those are 72s.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
They're a little bit bigger. You need to put them in the tall boy holders.
Yeah.
These die cut ones.
Yeah, some of the old die cuts are really neat. There's that spick and span from 55 I'm trying to find for Aaron, but it's like there's 9 of them. I'm like, oh my goodness, or maybe 10. I'm like, get out of here. Even the one they want 2,000.
Yeah. A lot of those, they're around. They're just not graded.
Yeah, no, there's some raw for sure.
Yeah.
Got to go to Milwaukee to find all that regional stuff, Matt.
I know. Definitely.
Might be in Chicago for the national.
That's what I'm hoping, right? I can't remember if that was you that mentioned that in one of my comments. You said that one time. Maybe might be some regional stuff you can find. Yeah, I'm hoping someone brings some lake to lakes and some stuff down.
Dave, Lou Rock says to put a link through. He wants to come in.
Oh, I did. I put it in there already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to pop up on here so I can
okay.
add him, then remove him real quick. No, I'm just playing.
Just let him wait in the lobby.
Yeah. I'm surprised when you lived up there, Matt, you didn't try to start,
Yeah, no, I used to go. There was a local shop we went to all the time, Jim and Steve's in Waukegan, which is about, 40 minutes north of where the National's going to be. But as we lived closer to Wisconsin than we did. But, yeah.
All right.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
With his WBC hat on.
My brother from another mother.
What's up, brother? We turn on these comments. Yeah, the WBC was off the chain this year. Me and Orlando, the Latino Collective, every game we were texting, I think.
Yeah.
It was a
With
good time.
James and Brent. Caesar, Pepino man was there rooting for his Mexico team.
Yeah.
You didn't even go around there, did you, Orlando?
No, man, that was crazy. That I saw the news here around the stadium. It was just packed. There was a party all the way around the streets, all the way around the stadium. You couldn't even barely get in and out of there.
Bro,
The tickets were crazy. I mean, when they were available, the cheap seats were $250. But it was. They showed it in the news here, local news. It was just a party everywhere. It looked like the Calle Ocho Carnival out there.
Bro, from back in the day. I bet you the food was off the chain. Oh, I bet you it was so good. Yeah, I was telling that I wanted to go so bad. I had tickets because I was planning on going because my kid's sister lives in West Palm. And I was looking at tickets in January, and I had tickets, and I got 3 kids. There's always, Bobby's in travel ball. My daughter's in competitive dance. There's always something going on. My wife is like, we can't commit. We don't know what we're doing. It's spring break. And I let them go. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just buy it because it'd be easy to get rid of. And I couldn't get a ticket like the following week. So I was trying to get Orlando. Orlando's like, it's too crazy over here. I can't get any tickets.
No, they were sold out right away. I mean, it was crazy. I was looking at them, and then the next week, boom, it was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I heard that it was, one of the best watched even baseball games.
Oh my gosh.
Not just World
Series. Just as a whole, baseball was so popular. It was like perfect timing. I mean, it's March, nothing's going on. Mm-hmm. Great matchups, a lot of star power. I mean, Acuna's healthy, looked good. Unfortunately, some people got hurt. Diaz got hurt, Altuve got hurt. But man, the way you couldn't script it any better. I mean, we were all excited, texted each other when Showtime showed up and Mike Trout showed up. I'm like, can you imagine if these 2 people were on the same team? That team must be phenomenal. But yeah, so it was a good time.
Definitely a lot of fun. I think it's probably the best WBC so far.
Oh yeah, bro, by far. I mean, and the level of baseball. I mean, these are all professionals for the most part. I said the Czech Republic, but the level of baseball so early, and you could tell it meant something, especially to the guys who've never won anything, like Mike Trout. He was talking about how this is the most important game he's ever played. He hasn't had so much fun on a baseball field, and this is a 3-time MVP who's going to be a Hall of Famer. Let's not sugarcoat. I think he's got like 350 home runs, something like that, something crazy. And he's talking about the WBC being the most fun he's ever had. And I mean, the baseball, the way they cover the game, the stories, everything was just great. But Showtime is the truth. Shohei is the truth, man. I was skeptical, and I was glad I was able to get a whole bunch of his rookie cards cheap back in the day, especially when he got hurt. All his stuff was in the dollar boxes. So I got a lot of Shohei's. And then when he came back for that MVP year, man, unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, I got to see him pitch up in Atlanta last year, right after the All-Star game. The first game back. And I mean, it was just watching him pitch is just unbelievable. I mean, it's just crazy.
What I liked was the enthusiasm. They were like kids out there. You saw every team, like the Venezuelan team and the Dominican team. I mean, they were just like anything would happen. They were jumping up and down. They were partying. I mean, it was like AWD. I'm telling you, it was like a little league game out there with these pro players. I mean, the enthusiasm. I don't see those in any game other than this game.
The energy has just gone up. It's like 6 o'clock in Hawaii. It's early as hell. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast over here.
That's so crazy. You
I
guys
got a little caffeine going on. But to speak about Theo, March, I mean, I didn't even know basketball was going on, to tell you the truth. My buddy texted me about I'm like, man, this already. I thought it was next week, but
I'm with you, Lou. I don't even watch it.
yeah, I didn't follow it, and even now, I'll probably watch the Final Four. It's the first time I didn't fill out a bracket in years. It was just I wasn't feeling it. I was all about baseball. I'm still all about baseball. Sorting cards.
Dude, baseball is gonna be insane this year.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. This WBC was just the platform it needed, man. It just that's
Agreed.
I needed it, but it was a perfect platform. And the stars like Trout looks healthy. I know he has that chronic back issue, but I mean, he was swinging out of his shoe.
Dude.
I mean,
I love how he holds onto his bat all the way through. He is the best stance. Like if you're gonna little leaguers should watch him, not Soto with his his weird thing or like other guys like this. Yeah, dude, and he holds it all the way through. Like he looks like he's gonna break the ball in half.
Bro, I mean, I wonder if I was thinking of one of my favorite actors. I'm such a guy, Stallone. Love Stallone. And you think about that scene at the end of Rocky with Apollo and Rocky. It's like, what? There's gonna be no bell, and he's just like, ding, ding, and they just have a battle, at the end of the movie after Rocky fights him, and it's like it was just for them. I wonder if Trout and Shohei.
Which one was that?
I think it was the first one. No, the second.
I just watched the first one 2 nights ago. I didn't see that part.
Maybe it was the second one where Rocky wins the championship. I can't remember. It's been years. But what I'm getting at is Showtime and Mike Trout, after practice, he's like, all right, pitch to me again and see if I can crush it. Because you could tell Trout wanted to crush that ball. And Shohei was not backing down. He was throwing triple digits down the middle. He was trying to be cute. He wasn't trying to lob it, just toss the ball. He was bringing the heat.
He was bringing the heat because he was trying to overthrow. I mean, he was throwing a lot of high pitches to Trout at first.
I've never seen
Trout.
Man,
he was throwing over 100 miles an hour.
He has some of the best hands in baseball. I've never seen Trout, knowing there's going to be a fastball coming, being behind on the pitch.
3 in a row. Bam, oh, that was sick.
All right, so we showing baseball cards or what? What are we showing?
Hey, I got a monster. You guys want to see a monster pickup I just picked up?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me pull it out. It's not. It might not be.
Don't pull it out.
Yeah. Hey, 11 o'clock on the East Coast.
Caesar's here.
PG. No PG on the East Coast. 11 o'clock, baby.
Hold on.
Ichiro combo.
Bro,
wow.
You talk about Cat who went from vintage, you know what?
That's a beauty, though.
Bro, your Trout game is off the chain now.
Numbered. Yeah, the Trout. So, you know what? I took a break on having so much trouble trying to find nice centered vintage on auctions. So I just kind of dude, these modern stuff's so easy to pick up. They end all the time, and they're PSA 9s and 10s. You don't have to look at the condition. You're like, okay, well, you know what it's going to look like. It's been really fun.
6 of everything when it comes to vintage because you've been collecting Topps vintage for so long, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff.
Has opened up your eyes, but bro, I mean, you think about it because I always joke when I was a kid, I got my 73 Clemente, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the oldest card in the world, and it was literally 20 years old because I got it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you start thinking about Ichiro, Pujols, Adrian Beltre, these cats, Scott Rowland. These cards are 25 to 30 years old. That's that's a nice card, bro. And you getting it? Yeah,
I got the gold of Pujols coming as well, solo.
Oh, get Miggy. Don't sleep on Miggy. Get a Miggy, bro.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a super fan of his, so I'm staying away from his right now. But who knows?
Hall of Famer, bro. Hall of Famer. You're a Hall of Fame guy.
Get it now.
Right.
Get it, homie.
I do have one. I did get a triple with him on it. Combo. Yeah, let me get another card. I got a cool one here.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a card,
it looked like you're reaching for something there, man.
No, I was just responding. I saw Shane's in here and Theo joined us.
Yeah, I'm just looking for some modern stuff here. Something to show Lou Rock here. Here's something for Lou.
Oh, Matt, I got one for you too.
Yes. All right.
Oh my God.
See what he's got there. He's gonna show that for Lou there.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh man,
Oh no, wrong box.
wrong box.
Well, you got me on the big screen. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No
do
pressure.
because I thought you had it ready.
Oh, yeah, the throwback Thursday.
That's
I've
cool.
seen
Now
that
once
one.
Oh, I've never seen that.
You know, I'm psycho, so I got 2 of them.
Nice.
You know, they're
I
ending
want
at the
for me.
second
Better.
second. So I didn't know what to do. I'm like, well, do I bid on both? Do I bid on one? So I bid on both and happened to win them. Let's see what else I got in here. I got a good goodie bag. Let's see. I got a couple of these. A couple of the Otani and Trout golds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those bad boys.
What year is
Yeah,
that, Dylan?
2022.
Oh, okay.
I don't have very many of those. I think I have 3 22s. But yeah, I haven't picked up any vintage in a couple weeks, actually. Yeah, I got nothing else.
You've been selling vintage, just not buying it.
Yeah. Well, I've
Yeah.
been buying it. I'm struggling trying to find anything good. Oh, actually, I bought a 75 tops today. I made an offer, a cheap one, a mini. But it's just hard to find the stuff I'm looking for right now. It's so hard unless it's buy it now and it's a really high price. So I just send private messages all the time now to people. It's kind of the only way I've been buying cards.
Well, I haven't
Pick up something else. Oh yeah, I got
I've been,
this one.
I've been wanting to buy, like, my eBay cart is phenomenal. If I could get all the stuff in my eBay cart, but
That's your wife's job.
yeah. Well, I mean, my birthday's next month, so she told me to chill. I've been like, especially hearing all the Bowman talk, and then I look at Campy in the back. I got my 49 Campy that I love. So I
Oh
want
yeah, that thing's insane.
to pair it up.
Yeah. After she gave you that, man, that's it.
Well, me, but like
And
49.
Robinson. You got the Robinson too, right?
49 is just riddled with beautiful Hall of Famers, great rookie cards. I was talking to Mike Baseball Collector the other day about 49. And 48 is underrated too. I love 48. Those are dope.
I
Oh,
forgot
what's
I
the
picked these-
exhibits?
I picked these up the other day for my buddy who lives over here. I went in his little man cave, and this
Nice.
light's killing me. I figure you guys would like these.
And
I'm
those
not really
cards-
sure. I'm not like
Oh.
sold on them yet. I just, I'm still stuck on not black and whites, but I do love this one.
I was going to say, I'll take the Jackie off your hands. I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Postcards, yeah, they're postcards.
There's some combo cards in that set too.
What year is that postcard? The Jackie.
I don't know. It just says 50 through
Keyman's-
60s. Scott, you
Keyman
probably know.
says 50 through 60s. You look at the Keyman site. But here's a combo card from that postcard set.
Let's see that,
Oh, wow.
Scott.
That's sick. That looks good in there.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a beautiful one. Yeah, I've never seen that one.
And there's one
So
more. It's the
Oh, Stan the
Mantle
Man.
Nice, Stan.
On the flip up sunglasses on Mantle.
I thought that was
Scott,
96.
does that say Stadium Souvenir Shop? Yankee Stadium? Okay, that's the same ones I got here.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's sick, bro. What year
I
is
have,
that?
I have the entire set except for one.
Nice.
There's a 4-player card that I don't have.
What year is that, Scott?
According to Keyman, at late 50s through the 60s, they made them. I haven't seen them anywhere else dated besides the Keyman site.
Shoebox Legends in the building. What's up?
Yeah,
Signs of
that's
the-
huge.
Signs of the
It's
past.
12 o'clock at night over there. Oh, Hugo's in here too.
We got Theo too in here.
We got Theo was Theo was always lurking.
There's
Yeah.
a Kovacs
He's always looking.
set too.
I thought he was on a cruise.
Signs of the past times. That's he just did the Al Lopez.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
good.
He is in Tampa.
That's good. Oh, Tampa. Yes,
Yeah.
Tampa. He's probably into Clemente. I've been trying to find a 71
Yeah.
Kellogg's uncracked. I can't find it. But
You got it.
Oops. What's Duke's?
I don't know if you're showing it again. My bad.
What
I
we
think
do-
I think
go
Science of the
back.
Pastime is Hugo. I think is your name, right? Hugo.
There it is.
Yeah, Hugo.
Yeah, I posted his video. It was awesome with the
That's
Al Lopez Museum.
I'm
I
actually
hadn't
going
been to that one. Oh, that's nice.
In spring
Oh, yeah.
training, you can see the palm trees in the background.
I wonder
So
if that's
young.
I
can't
think
see
the
comments.
actual
I'm trying to see
picture
if I can.
is the rest of the picture. I think Jimmy Durante's on there, maybe. I've seen the actual photo it's taken from.
Well, I got a 69 Opeachy Deco that I don't show too often. Opeachy obviously is a little bit harder to get, but Roberto Clemente.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
Now, what's the difference between the Opeachy and the tops?
you got the blank back,
Oh, blank back, yeah.
and then on top of it, if you look at I got the Deco, but if you look at the edging on the Opeachys, they're a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more. The Deco is more. I use the term bubblier. It's a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, bigger.
Yeah,
Bigger bubbles there. I think. Yeah,
lot more.
more
shred.
decals.
Yeah, it's a lot more decolier than the American.
Yeah, and they got a box in the back and stuff, so that's a blank back.
I've got a
Those look good slabbed up.
Yeah, they're
Roberto
beautiful.
Clemente. That's a Opeachy also with the leaders.
Oh,
Oh,
the
nice.
combo. I love that card.
Yeah, but do you have the best one ever?
That's the Opeachy, though.
Yeah, the back's a little different.
Yeah.
Then I've got a. Then
Oh,
I've got
watch
this,
out! Lou's going into his case now, pulling out the
Yeah,
big
look
stuff.
at him back there.
This is also an Opeachy.
Oh, that's an Opeachy. Nice.
Really?
I
No
love
way.
Is that a
that.
KSA slab?
Wow.
Yeah, KSA
Very
from
nice.
Canada.
That makes it more authentic.
Dang.
KSA Opeachy. When you get it,
Look at how centered that thing is.
That's a beauty.
that's better than the PSA because that's Canadian. That's Canadian, eh?
Canadian card and Canadian slab.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
You know what? Speaking of Opeachy, if you cats can help me find a 71 Roberto Clemente, that's the card I want because I just want it. If I display it, I'm displaying it backwards because I want those
The
backs
yellow, the back, or I think it's yellow. Or
popping out. The backs of those cards are beautiful. So
Yeah.
those 71s are tough to find. The regular ones and the Opeachy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice condition. Oh, that's the big card right there.
Yep, number
That's got all the
215.
yeah.
That's it.
B-Roth gave me a heck of a deal.
That's
Beautiful
way
center,
more,
nice
way
border.
better center than mine.
But man, just sick, man. You can't.
I think-
It's hard to get better than that.
That's the
Yeah,
card. I
that's a
think
sicko.
1,500 home runs in that card right there.
I was thinking about rearranging my 68 posters in the back to mimic this card.
You should do it.
I was gonna take Cepeda down because Cepeda's by Hank. I got Hank and Mays in the right place, but I gotta move my Clemente from the Clemente wall and move it over there. So I might do that with this card displayed, but
I got to move
yeah,
Dylan over to.
I got two
I gotta-
cards right here that are cool.
I got to bring Dylan to South Florida to make me a wall like he's done over there. That's
That'd
the
be awesome.
best display I've ever seen, Dylan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Orlando. I appreciate that.
Dylan comes over, it's gonna be a party because you're 4 hours
No
behind.
doubt.
Coming.
Hey,
Shoot,
check
I
this
think-
card out.
Man, Genie will make the drive from where he's at.
Dave, shoot me in the
Oh.
solo.
Yeah, I mean, I am.
Shoot me in the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
How
Billy
Nice.
cool
Davis.
is this image? Yeah,
That's beautiful with the flag in the back.
yeah. I love this card. I
World
found it.
Series.
You know, when I get bored, I always look through my. I have two of. I actually have three of them. I have one more coming. Just I figure I'd give one away at some point. I always like to get my cards through that giant book,
Oh,
the Topps
quick
book
on
that
the
shows
chat.
every single card. You guys know what book that is?
Yeah,
This book. I love this freaking
it's a
book.
huge book.
It's a huge.
I got it
it's a huge
somewhere.
beast. I love
Yeah.
this.
It weighs
thing.
more than Dylan.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
it
more
does.
than Dylan. It's
When I
got
get
every
bored,
top
I
card
will
ever
just look
made
in
there.
Yeah, it's insane. I can't recommend this enough. Mine's so beat up, but it's just like the best book in the world.
Yeah.
Did it come with a dust cover?
It did. I just
Yeah.
got rid of that thing.
Yeah.
Said shine that.
I love those. My favorite magazine I get like every 3 years, the vintage, the Beckett Vintage.
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
Those almanacs.
Oh, this baby?
Is that the
Yeah.
new one? I got
That's the new
No.
one.
Is it the 2020?
Oh, okay. I don't have it. Mine is super old.
Yeah, it's awesome because you got, you have information on every single vintage card in existence, and then you can. That's how I do my labels. I look in here, see if it's a rookie or base. I got it right below my desk. Oh yeah, which year is that?
2022.
Oh man, I need to step up. Time for a new one.
That's
That's a
I
sick
won't
image
show
right
mine. Mine's from 2010.
Yeah, mine's probably from 1980 something. I think it is.
Hey Lou,
Yeah, what's up?
no, I'm not. Hold that
Show
card.
that
up real quick.
Campanella.
No,
No,
this is-
let's see that thing.
My wife, we do stocking stuffers with the kids, and traditionally we do it on the 24th. With Noche Buena, and she gave me like I had a couple packs. Those little things. It's a stocking, right? This card was in there, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, baby, this is a fake. I'm like,
Oh my
this is
god,
real.
right?
Like, relax. I just know you were looking for that. She's playing off. I know you were looking for it at the National. I know it's an expensive card. I just figured at least you could look at it. She's like, I paid $2 for it. Relax. I'm like, you sure? So I didn't tell that story during Christmas. I just use it as a bookmark because it just makes me laugh now. But baby, this is fake, right? Please tell me
You just start
Yeah.
sweating, yeah.
Oh my god. She hits me with a 5 for Christmas. Oh,
No, I was gonna say, Lou, do you ever see this magazine?
shit.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Like it's the. I mean, it has like
right here, bro.
Nice
Yeah.
picture. I like that. Him looking up like that.
and there's like the vintage one with Aaron.
Oh, I like that one.
And then one with Gibson.
Man, that's a beautiful picture right
Those
there.
are nice.
And it's like I just find these things like in the grocery store or something, and I got this one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There. Yeah, and I think that's. Oh, and then this was like one of I saw this one. I couldn't it's the art of the game,
Yeah.
That's dope.
and it's it just goes on
Oh,
with
that's sick.
it just goes in with different. I mean, it was talking about different sets and everything else in there. I see it, and it's like something. I'm like, man, I got to pick that up. Certain players.
There
I
it
see
is.
you got it.
Oh, he's got everything.
Any of you guys? If
If it's got Clemente on it. Yeah, I got that one, Lou. What is that, Dylan?
It's the old it's a Gaudi card, but it's like the old the rescue planes. It's like a
I
war
think it's
set.
like military set.
Action.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's
Love these
the 37 Navy set.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't really done any research on it. I pulled it off my buddy's wall. He gave it to me, and I loved it. Love these things.
It's 33.
This thing's got blood on it.
Yeah. Action gum.
Hey, I'm gonna send you some to a place, Dylan. There's a section that's in there. It's non-sports, and there's a bunch of those cards in there.
Oh yeah, in the almanac.
No,
probably look it up
it's
in
a
this
Discord
almanac,
I'm
too.
in that has all those in there.
Oh,
They're
gotcha.
cheap.
Okay.
I was trying to show without. This is from 73. The summer of 73. So Clemente
Oh,
was
this is
already
so cool.
he already passed.
Yeah.
I've had this for like 20 years in my collection. Since
Wow, who's greatest?
It's a great magazine. And this one was given to me by Jim. I think it's a program of some sort. I'm afraid to take it out, but yeah, he gifted this to me at the National.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yep. Got some good buddies in the hobby.
Here's Clemente's last the batting is what do you call these things?
Lineup cards.
Lineup cards.
Yeah.
This is his very last at bat right here. His 3,000th hit at least is on here.
Oh, I saw that. You showed that in a
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, look at that
Yeah.
signature,
Cool.
man.
Right there, his signature. Right
And he
there.
signed it. Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. Such a cool piece.
Where'd you find that at?
My buddy gave it to me. My old. He's like, he's pushing 70. This guy, I got him on my wall. My buddy Ernest. He's my card buddy I hang out with. He's got a little den at his house that's just so cool. He has like 6 or 7 Clemente rookies. I don't want any of them because they're all really far off centered, but it's cool to look at them.
Bro,
I'll take one.
You know what? Have your boy call me. Have your people call my people.
Yeah, exactly. He's got 5 or 6. One for me, one for Lou. I'll take an off-center one. Lou loves off-centered cards.
Yeah, man. It just means
Especially.
it's like
I'll
talking
send
to
you guys
George
a picture.
Damier.
He's trying to
George
sell them
Damier
all.
has a great eye, but he's like, it's a little off. I'm like, it don't matter to me.
It's kind of
Someone
what
has
I'm
a
lot
doing
of-
in my life.
Clemente's team issue cards.
Those are
Oh,
tough,
wow.
man. Those are tough.
71.
Wow.
I got one raw,
71? Nice.
but mine.
70. 70.
Yeah, I actually have that one. That's a beautiful card. That's 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Those things were tough because they passed them out, so people they put them in their pockets. Mine was perfectly folded, and those are just tough to find that at 4. That's like a gem mint 9, 9, 10 plus. That's a tough grade right there, especially on those. I got this hanging out. Little 65 transfer.
Yeah.
Those are hard to get good grades on.
Yeah, I thought 5. I thought I stole this. Of course, I got this a while back. I just love it, man. I want. There's a Topps.
Those look really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
That's the stuff I want to see at the National because I've never seen that stuff in the flesh before.
Oh, bro, you
Right.
got.
That's the kind of stuff you find at the National.
Yeah, bro. Because
That's
I mean,
really cool.
it's great to see all the base stuff, but you don't realize how many inserts and
That's
posters.
a tops rub off.
Yeah, man. Topps transfer,
Alley.
rub offs,
Yeah.
tattoos. I mean, that stuff is phenomenal. I mean, I love it. Like all those posters, I have them up because they're all Topps related. Those are all Topps. Those are 70.
Inserts.
The ones over my TV are 70. Those are 68s. And on the other side, I got 72. So that's this one right here. This Clemente right here is 72. And
Do
that's
you have the 67 pin up too, or no?
those are tough. Yeah, I got the 68 up there. Ooh, I can never figure out
67?
68.
How about 67?
No, I don't have 6. Oh, yeah. The
Five
Pin up,
pin.
it's smaller. It's
Yeah.
smaller, yeah.
Let me get that for you.
Yeah.
Then we'll ask him if he has the O-Pee-Chee.
The 68 O-Pee-Chee one, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't have the peach.
Those are so tough. Those posters because they're just paper and they came in. They were folded from the beginning. So
Yeah.
Bro, when I was purchasing these 67s right here, my man was showing me, and he was very, he had them all protected, but you start talking to these dealers. I got the gift of gab. I'm a people person. You talk to these people, and they realize you're a collector. You're not there to resell, and they're more likely to, give you a nice bargain deal, a little bundle. And as I was talking to him, he picked up a mantle and ripped it. And he's like, God, it was so bad.
just taking it out of the book there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a 67
Oh,
days.
look at that.
Oh yeah.
Love this. I just haven't found a frame to put it up.
That's one of the best ones, that and Clemente.
Yeah.
The pictures of them.
Let me show you this one, my friend. I got the Hank.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, I got that one.
That's my favorite one right
Yeah,
there.
I love it. I was so happy to find it as centered as this, but even if it wasn't, I would still love it.
Yeah, yours is well. Mine's way off center.
They're just so delicate,
Oh my gosh, I get worried. It's the first time I touched it since I bought it because I haven't touched the frame.
Oh, look, he-
Oh, Here's the Oliva.
Tony.
Just a little more.
Pedro.
I love it because look at it. He's got the batting glove, and then look at his tooth.
Yeah.
My man kept it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a great smile.
My man kept it real, and then of course, ooh, so sensitive.
Well, what's his real name? It's not Tony. He was going by something.
Pedro.
Something else.
Pedro Oliva.
And then this one, he gave me a little discount because you can see the little paper chip.
Little tear, yeah.
But he had two more, but they were ripped. I mean, they were like tears. I'd rather have the little. But the borders were actually pretty nice on this. They're thick on all.
It's pretty nice. It just has that little chip on the side.
Yeah, so I was fine with that. He gave me that for a nice little discount because, and that's why I try to tell people when you go to like these shows, the national, especially, but the national is a little bit tougher because there's so many people and they're so busy. It's hard to get some dialogue. But when you're at a regional show, a local show, you talk to these guys, especially if you bring up some of the old school cats. People, everyone asks about Mantle and Aaron, but when you start bringing up like Elston Howard, Sanguian, people out of the box, Mini Monoso, they start like, okay, you know what you're talking about. And then you just develop a rapport. Man, they give you discounts, like, because they're the collectors too, They just want their stuff to go to a good home.
Yeah.
What you got, man?
Put these away.
Oh no, I had the same one that Lou showed to Aaron, but like I said, mine's way off center, top to bottom.
Oh, let's see that case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That thing's slab. That's a nice slab.
Sorry, it's like massive.
Oh man, I wish Mangini heard you say that. Oh, we're looking at slabs now. We're looking at slabs now.
It's like looking at
That's
a
nice,
frame.
man. Yeah, it's just off-centered, but it's nice.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
tell it. Obviously, we're folded pretty heavily, right? But
It's not going to rip in that.
Yeah, but that's
just it's protection at this point, right?
What was the grade on that? I didn't see it.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see the grade on that.
I gave it a 5. I think it's overgraded, but I bought it this way off ComC.
Hey, well, let him like this one. I got this for $10 at a show, bro. Manny Mota auto.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's one of those first day issues with the stamp on it. I love that.
Look at that, my boy. And look, you see the stamp?
Look at that picture. Yeah. It's Clemente.
Yeah.
And it's dated, so you know the date that he signed it. Yeah.
Oh, it's so dope. Yeah, man. Maria Lu, Mota, Clemente, and Pops.
I have the poster for that stamp. When it came out at the post office, I went and asked them if I could have the poster, and they said, sure, once we were done with it, you can have it.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
went
back and got the Jim Thorpe when that came out.
Oh, I got those stamps. I remember the stamps of Jim Thorpe.
And there's Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson's the only one I didn't get the poster for.
Yeah. And there's Lou Gehrig too.
Yeah.
I forgot I had these. The 64 Aurora Vision Mantle.
These are nice.
Oh yeah. You can actually play that record. Actually,
yeah.
You'll mess it up.
That's the Mantle. These are from 64. We got a nice little Frank. Love Frank Robinson.
Yeah.
Those are cool looking.
And then last one, nice little Ernie Banks.
You don't see it too often.
Yeah, I've never seen those.
Is that a record?
Yeah.
Square record.
Yeah, and they're tough because these aren't punched. You see how still got the punch in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can look them up.
Two different years. There's two different years too. There's 62 and 64.
The 62s are tough, man. I can never find those. I cannot find 62s anywhere. 64s are easier to find.
Here's all the stamps.
No interview.
Pins for the stamps.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice slab too.
That's just a thing from the post office.
Scott, I went through my 55 double headers. I think it was you that showed me that you could line them up. Dude, it's so cool. I only have 2 that lined up perfectly, but it really opened my eyes. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. So now I'm on the hunt to get a lot more of them.
You can try and do the whole field.
Yeah, I don't know how far I'm going to go with it, but I have them displayed on my wall. I've always had them up there. I have I don't know, 12 up there right now, but I got to
Mhm.
rearrange them so they're touching. Yeah,
These?
it's insane. Yes, those. That's the Hank Aaron. Yeah, it's the Hank.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Hank.
I don't
Yeah, they
have
would
it. I
be
have the
awesome to line
Jackie.
them up.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah, supposedly you'd make the whole stadium with it.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Little 77 action, little Pepsi Cola.
Oh, look at that.
I love these because it has like you could have gotten a Pete Rose shirt.
Is that like a clapper?
No, they're you pop them out and you can get the disc, but these are unpopped.
Oh,
The
See,
disc, yeah, you see the disc for sale, but you never see the entire tab thing like that.
okay.
Yeah, with it all. So this is a Munson. This I wouldn't mind protected. I get nervous handling this,
Yeah.
but
What year is
Don't
that?
send it. Don't send it to SGC. They'll give you one that's like 7 feet tall.
77, I believe,
Oh, okay.
is a
Oh,
rock
you got a few of those. Where'd you get those, Lou?
on the eBay.
Oh, okay.
I was searching Rockaroo stuff and it came up in a lot. Here's a Yaz.
Those things are huge.
Yeah, they're about, I don't know, 8-9 inches. That's what she said. And here's a nice little Johnny Bench. I was, like I said, you know, it's always fun when you find something by accident. I was looking for Rockaroo and he was in the slot and the price was just stupid. I was like, that's weird. I never seen the whole thing. It was just one of those things. I had a little money in my account or eBay. Snatched it up.
Rock Crew right here. I don't know what this is though.
Oh, what's that, bro?
I don't know what it is. It's got two. I think it's a cutout. My buddy gave it to me.
What's the back say?
Rock Crew.
That looks like it's from
got another. It's got another player. Nothing of value.
Oh, that's
it's cool looking.
That's from those fold outs they had in the 80s, I bet.
Yeah, the picture looks
definitely 80s for sure.
Yeah, it's where it's like an accordion fold out. They had a bunch of different players.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was Fleer.
That makes sense.
Or somebody, Donruss maybe.
Oh, I forgot I had a 68.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yep.
What are those?
There you go, Lou. Little Rod Carew for you.
Oh, Ronnie Rockaroo, he converted. Oh, that's nice.
What are those called again?
Sportscaster.
The sportscasters.
Yeah, they're like square cards, big cards.
Like 77 to 79 or something, right?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
those. Yeah.
they're like Japan, Italy, probably somewhere else too.
There's a little 63 Cons, Elston Howard.
Wow.
Elston Howard's so underrated.
Oh,
man.
that's a nice one.
Yeah, first Yankee.
The wiener of the world.
Yeah.
I just love it because you can still see the stains of the hot dog.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a gift from Rudog, actually.
I could see you back then, Lou. Like,
does it still smell greasy?
Your mom
does
gets
it
so
smell?
pissed off.
It smells like baseball, hot dogs.
Yeah.
Beer and hot dogs.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing opening day. I might go live. I was trying to talk to the fellas. Go live watching baseball. Just having the background, drinking. I have my pitcher of beer, some snacks, just talking baseball with baseball in the background. I love it.
Well, we did that with the WBC.
Yeah.
There's a big square card.
Ooh,
I'll bring you up.
what mantle is that?
Oh,
That's
I don't
from-
have that mantle.
It's from the Mickey Mantle game, 1956 or 7. It's actually detached. There's two of them. They folded together. It has rules for the game on the back. Or
Oh, that's nice, Scott. I've never seen that one before.
Never seen it either.
Is it both of them the Mickey Mantle or is it another player?
it's Mickey Mantle. I'll go get the full panel.
Yeah, what game is that?
It's a baseball game, I guess.
There's some dope ass Minosos.
Oh man,
Prettiest
I'm
card
jealous.
ever.
Oh, there it is.
That,
And then the
I
rookie.
love that.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's like a high school
Yes.
picture.
I love it. It's the best.
Glamour
I
shot.
love it.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
There it is.
Oh,
it came with 2 Mickey Mantle cards like this. This one has been cut off, but they both
That's-
have like
I've never seen that. What game is that?
No.
Gardner put it out. It comes in a box, and there's a spinner, and there's a really nice game board with a picture of Mickey Mantle on it.
Was that during
I
his
have
playing
that.
days or after?
It was 56 or 57
Oh,
when
wow.
it came out.
Oh,
That's
poor crowd
early in
here.
his career. That's pretty dope. That's got to be rare. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Wait till Dave Blue Jacket sees that.
So you might be getting an email.
They used to be around quite a bit 5-10 years ago, but I haven't seen one for a while.
No.
I'm not Blue Jacket 66 famous yet, so he's not watching my stuff.
I don't think this would get in his radar. It's not really a trading card. It's
Yeah, that's
kind
true.
of out of a game.
Yeah.
you guys
I don't
ever
know.
buy stuff from Comp C or even on eBay? These little slips?
eBay.
Yeah,
What,
I
those
got a bunch
slips,
of
the
stuff on
receipts?
ComC. Yeah, they
Dude,
send you one with every card, man. It's crazy.
I love it. I have these all over my desk, and my wife's like, "What are you doing with these?" I'm like, "I just think it's really cool. I think the seller does a really good job. They print it out and they put it in there." And she was just like, "You're
What is it?
crazy."
I have no idea what it is.
They're like when you buy a
Photocopy.
card on eBay or CompC,
Yeah.
it's like here, put me on
It's
the big
for
screen. Show the real fast.
ComC does that. It's ComC.
Yeah, it's
You
so
can
cool.
you can anything you buy through ComC, they give you a receipt in the card. They slip it in there.
Yeah, it's got a picture of the card and it's got the label of what the card is.
What you
it's
paid
cool.
for it, all that stuff. Yeah, it's all in
Yeah,
there.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. The problem is, I do a lot of stuff with ComC because I sell a lot of stuff and I'll buy some and I'll wait until I got like at least 20, 30 cards to get them shipped. And then they all send them with those little things and it's a hassle. Because you gotta
gotcha.
take them all
Yeah,
out of there and but it's pretty good that they really track every single transaction that happens there. And
Is
all they do is
ComC
take it from your vault, I guess, and put it in somebody else's little vault.
ComC
I'm not-
easy? Because I've never bought anything from ComC.
Oh, it's the best,
Anything
man. I
from
got,
them either.
you're
This is eBay.
not going to find a lot of rare stuff in there, but they've got a lot of stuff there. And you just, what you do is you got to put money in an account. And, but once you do that, I send them cards. I've probably got about 1,500 cards for sale on ComC right now. And
Really?
I sell
That's really
every
cool.
day. I sell 3 or 4 cards from there.
What's
You know,
your
not a
user
lot of
handle?
money.
I'll buy
What?
from you. If I'm going to spend money, I'd rather
Oh.
spend it on a friend. What's your user? You guys send me a text of your user handle.
I'll send you a text on that. Yeah.
Yeah, send me a
So
link.
anyway, I just you send them a box full of cards. They'll go ahead and do everything. They'll list them, they'll scan them, they'll grade them, they'll put everything on them. They do it all. I think they charge you like 50 cents per card. So you don't want to send something that's like less than $1. You got to send stuff that's like at least I send stuff that's like $5 and up. But they do everything. They'll sell it, they'll ship it. You could buy it on eBay through ComC, but if you go directly to the ComC site, you get it without any eBay fees. So you can buy it
Really?
cheaper right there, And the good thing about it is once somebody makes you an offer on it, you accept the offer. Once you make an offer, the cash is kind of put on hold. So when I accept the offer, the money immediately transferred over to my account, right there instantly, as soon as I accept the offer.
Really?
So it's a pretty neat thing, yeah. And then when you make an offer, it holds the money, so that if they accept the offer, they have like 48 hours or whatever to accept the offer. Once they accept it, then they take your money immediately. But the good thing is that they keep the cards there. They have like a little vault for you. All the cards you buy, it tells you this is what you bought. Do you want to put it back up for sale, or do you want to, us to mail it back to you? So you just hold on to it until you get a certain amount of cards, and then you get them all shipped at one shipping fee, one shot. So it's great.
What? I might look into that.
Yeah, you should. It's easy. They do charge you fees, of course, but it saves you a lot of time. You don't have to list anything. You don't have to ship anything. You don't do any of that stuff. And there's graded cards there too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there.
I just bought the Fujitsu scanner. Scans like thousands of cards in
Oh, what's that?
minutes. Oh
Mickey
man.
Mantle. How to play various positions. 1962. Then if you open it up, you can buy a Mickey Mantle trainer.
Wow.
Man,
That's awesome.
Man, Genie
Like a
be
little-
seeing this stuff. He's like, "What is this?" Look at
Like a
Rick. Rick
sales
is
piece there.
And there's
Rick-
people that collect those trainers. I've seen those in collections.
Rick likes all that stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
Scott, what's
looks
on the
like-
other opposite side?
It's a fold out. It has how to bat, how to play positions.
Oh, that's cool.
That's thick.
Dang.
There's so much stuff out there we don't realize, other than just your basic run of the Tops and Bowman cards,
Mm-hmm.
Scott, you do you have you? I mean, I'm sure you do, but when you first started collecting, did you do all the top stuff
Dobie.
first or anything like that? Or did
That's
you
all.
always
That's
been
all
into
we
the
had
oddball?
was tops.
Okay, I figured. I just curious.
Yeah, my dad had exhibits though. That's where I got those from.
Okay,
And I
that's
added
what I
on.
love.
He had about 50 exhibit cards. Now I'm over 200 now.
Nice,
Look
Lou.
at her.
That's a beautiful.
There you go,
one.
Orlando.
Very nice.
I love it.
Is your Larry Doby made in USA or printed in USA? There's two versions.
You know, I don't know. It's USA.
It'll say on the bottom.
Yeah, it's USA.
I have one of each.
Yeah.
I'm collecting the master set if I can.
Well, the funny thing about this was I was looking at the Jackie. This was at the National, and I had a couple bucks in my pocket, and they were selling the Jackie for $200, ungraded. It was just raw. I'm like,
Yeah.
oof. And it was beat up. It was beat up, and so I'm going through the rest of his stack, and the Dobie was there. I was like, "How much you want for this?" He's like, 20. Like, these are people who don't know history. They're like, 20
Yeah.
bucks. I'm like, I got 10 sold. I'm like, okay. I'll take it for 10 bucks. So you got Jackie. And I mean, this thing is clean. I mean, beautiful. Just so clean, sharp corners. I'm like, I'll spend 10 bucks on it.
Think he would have taken 5?
Nah. I was going to beat him that bad. I mean, he gave me 20. I cut him in half and he took it. But if John was here, he always calls me cheap. He's like, man, you bargain for everything. I'm like, I just bargain for more baseball cards, bro. I mean, the worst I can say is,
right.
no. I mean, you know,
It's worth
they
a
want
try.
the best deal. I want the best deal. I get it.
You know,
I
to him,
like
all
his
cards
others.
are $3.
What I like is some of the players have different poses. Like they upgraded Mickey from New York to San Francisco, or Willie from New York to San Francisco.
Oh, those are nice, man.
Yeah.
I got a Willie from little Mets joint.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in my list. I haven't stored it yet.
Yeah, you just had a nice hole, Lou. That was nice. You hooked up on that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
but they don't have all the good stuff no more. They sold their whole inventory to a wholesaler. That was my honey hole. I go in there, drop $200, but I'll come back with so many diamonds in the rough, man. That's sad, but they're still buying collections, and that's why I did. He let me cherry pick some of the stuff in there.
Do you ever get over to Mount Dora for that big antique show they have 3 times a year,
Mount Dora, where's that?
just north of Orlando?
No,
Yeah, that's near Ocala, Lou.
I've never even been for that. Been there.
Yeah.
That's where I found a Clemente autograph in an antique store for like $60.
Wow.
I've been
It was
there. When
on
I went
a-
to,
It's on a Minnesota Twins team signed ball from '64 spring training.
Oh,
It's
really?
all Twins, and then there's Roberto Clemente on there, and I got it authenticated and everything.
Really?
yeah, Mount Dora's got a really beautiful historic area.
Is that
It's not-
close?
It's not all sports, you got to really look around to find the sports stuff and then to find the deals.
Where's
It's
that
just full
ball?
of antique shops.
What's the
It's
Clemente-
Mount Dora.
And no, they have a show in November, January, and February. It's like
Yeah.
all the holidays, like Martin Luther King weekend and President's weekend. They'll have those shows.
Scott, you in Florida?
No, I've been there.
Hey, Scott, you got that ball close by?
No, I sold that years ago. I should have kept it, but
Oh man, I'm looking at Clemente Autos, trying to find like a nice. My wife is like, you could look for something real nice when you retire. So I'm looking at retirement gifts. I'm looking at Clemente Autos, like a Clemente cut or like a Clemente on a magazine is like 75 to 10 G's right now. I'm like, oh, that's rough. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I could probably swing getting it, but then I can't get like the 49 Jackie. I really want a 49 Jackie and a 49 Page. Those are like two on my bucket list. And they're just gorgeous cars. I love 49 Bowman. But I can't get that and the Clemente Auto. So it's like, what do I do? So we'll see.
We got Hugo in the comments there, signing a pastime, saying that he hit the Mount Dora shops every once in a while.
yeah.
He goes there, yeah.
The
And then you got
place-
Rick.
Look that up. 'Cause I love
Rick
it.
is asking who's going to the national, and I think we all talked about it. But I'm going, and Scott's
I'm going.
going. I know Lou's not going, but
Going.
Dylan's going, so we're all going. Except for Lou, we're gonna miss you, Lou.
Quinceañera, right?
Oh, I
Blowing.
just don't want to take the mantle because I did my best last year to keep the spirit alive. You know, with the after parties, the card meetups, the trade shows. You know, it was more of like behind the scenes of
The
how
Misfits.
you do it. Yeah. So I need someone to do the same thing.
Rick's not going to have any of his misfits there.
I know Rick is by himself, man.
Yeah. You'll have
I
to
guess we're his
hang
new
out with us.
Dude, I
You get
need
a
a
lot-
drinking. I need a drinking buddy, Lou. I'm sure there'll be other people drinking.
There'll be a lot of different dealers than there was in Atlantic City. A lot of the
Yeah, that's what I
Midwest
hear.
guys didn't go to Atlantic City.
Yeah, I heard that there's gonna be a little more vintage in this one too.
Really, more than the East. I mean, East Coast usually that's all the vintage dealers.
Yeah,
It was just overwhelming. The prices were high.
yeah.
Hopefully, stuff will be, you know, the market will be not correcting itself, but a little bit more leveled off because, I mean, it was bananas. The prices there was deals to be had. You had to look. You'll find deals. You just gotta be patient. But man, I could have spent my money in the first 10 minutes of walking out the door. Like,
Yeah, you're right. The prices were at the height at that time. I think it's come
Yeah.
down a little bit now.
you got
So
money in your pocket. you're going
yeah,
to the show. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm looking at Bob Lewis. I'm like, bro, I want that. He's like, bro, we only been here 10 minutes. I'm like, I know.
it's
crazy.
overwhelming, because you see, you go look for something, and then it seems like every dealer has one.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So-
If I give anyone the best advice, go to the beer cart, get you a tall boy, get that first, that way you can mellow out, walk around, because you hit that first table, it's on and popping. Like, oh, you want to go through the boxes? Oh, it's so fun.
Hey, Lou, that's one reason
So-
to be a centering snob because it's so much harder to find a low grade center card.
That's right.
I won't be blowing my money left and right. It's gonna be nuts though.
Dylan, stick with the centering thing, okay? You're doing the right thing in the long run. Even though it may be a little bit lower grade, if it's better centered, stick with it.
Yeah, you're leaving more for me.
There'll be something different in 20 years. 20 years
Maybe,
ago,
you
with
never
all
know.
sharp corners.
Adapt to it.
Lou, last year was your first year at the National?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first national. Been to a lot of regional shows, what I thought were big shows, but that was, we were there on the first day and we left on Sunday. Like we were there all, and I think maybe I hit all the tables, but I don't think I saw everything, man.
No,
I
you're not
didn't-
going to see everything.
Oh my gosh, it was
I'll tell you,
great.
I saw everything. I went to every single table, and I actually think I videotaped most of the vintage that were in there.
Yeah, there was some good vintage there.
I mean, I didn't know anybody because I pretty much went by myself initially. You know, the only one I knew was Ryan from Breakout Cards. So I went and I just videotaped all of the tables. I hit all the tables the first 2 days. And then the third, well, I was there 4 days. The third day is when I really looked and started to buy stuff. But I videotaped pretty much everything. I went through the whole place. You know.
Yeah, that was the first time I met you. I can't remember what day it was, but yeah, I went with a group. I went with my buddies, so that was distracting. You know, we're just cutting up, and everyone knows. You know, the beauty about this community. You know, everyone's PC. You know, at least your inner circle. You know, everyone's like, oh. So the worst part was the cell phone service sucked because after a while, you know, everyone's talking, and then all of a sudden it's like, where'd James go? Oh, where Lou go? Because, you know, we're watching stuff and we get infatuated, but your buddies keep on walking, you know, because you're all walking in a group and it's like you lose people. And then you're going through showcases and boxes and you find the card your buddy's looking for. It's like, hey, they got this over here, but the phone service wasn't working. And
it was terrible, yeah.
And cats weren't getting it until 20, 30 minutes later. So I was like,
For me, it was good. I mean, I didn't know anybody, you know, so I was by myself there just walking all the tables. And I ended up hooking up with Jake, Legends Never Die, and I was with him. And, you know, he's cool and calm and quiet. And, you know, he's like me, kind of taking the time. We walked a few tables for a while. We talked, got to know him, and that was great. But for the most part, you know, I didn't see you guys until later in the after parties and other events that happened on later on.
Yeah, after parties were fun.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta go work for my wife right now. I still got my work shirt on. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out also, my friends.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Sick hanging out with everybody.
Take care, guys. It was fun, man.
Yeah,
take care.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah,
thanks to everybody.
Appreciate
Take care.
See ya. And then there were 4 now. All right.
So, any of you guys been to the National before? Besides
2012. Yeah, I did it in 2012 in Baltimore by myself. I didn't know anybody. This is before, you know, people were, you know, filming at card shows, anything. And it's
Charm City, baby.
Yeah, and
I went to Atlanta in '99, and I walked and there's nobody in line. I bought a ticket. I didn't see another person until I got on the show floor, and it was pretty sparse. The dealers were grumbling, and
I mean, I wish they would rotate the National, honestly, instead of having it in the same 4. I know they're thinking about adding one more city like Indianapolis, Dallas. But I mean, to have a National like in Orlando would be awesome, obviously, because I'm in Tampa. But I mean, Orlando can handle it with the infrastructure. I mean, the convention center is freaking massive. Parking is easy. It's not like Atlantic City. Atlantic City was horrendous, and you're in the hood. And then, you know, Atlanta could probably handle it pretty good. But there's other venues that could, like even in Tampa, our convention center is on the water. And we got Riverwalk. You can walk everywhere. There's restaurants everywhere. And the parking is the city. So you're going to pay for parking. But there's parking, though. That's the point. You know, in Atlantic City, man, once the parking garage was full, you were done. You're just in an endless loop.
Yeah. Chicago's got all kinds of hotels and restaurants right there, too. Parking. Yeah. Like you said, it's expensive.
Yeah.
They'll get you for that.
Yeah, I heard Chicago is tough to do an Airbnb, so a lot of the guys got hotels, which I can tell you, doing the Airbnb with all the fellas there, I think it costs $350 for the whole week per person, because, you know, more people, obviously, the cheaper, but I mean, we had a house big enough for everybody. Everyone had room, and it ended up being $350 a piece. So by doing that, hotel rooms will go for that a night. So I mean, to spend $350, have accommodations for the whole week. We were thankful for Donnie Livestreams finding that spot. It was a nice house, and I mean, I just left room for baseball cards because I wasn't spending it on housing and rooming. No.
Yeah, I think Burbank might be trying to get the show out there. Sounds like the way they're talking, the show keeps getting bigger every time they have it.
If anyone could do it, if anyone could bring it to the West Coast, it'll be the Card Father because he's got the name, he's got the social media presence, he's got the brand, and they're saying that his Burbank show is only like the second or third show is already at Anaheim, wherever, arena, stadium. Like it's going up, and they're trying to do their own Dallas because they're like, why are we sending people to Dallas? We got enough card people over here, enough. And they got the money. I mean, it's Cali. They could put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, I've seen that interview because Mike did that interview with them, didn't he? About that.
I missed it. I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah. Mike Moynihan did an interview with him when he was out there with Andy. They were talking about that, how it's like the second or third show and it's like huge already. I think they're moving it down to Anaheim, like right next, like or was it Anaheim?
Anaheim Convention Center, which is where they had it back in the 90s.
Anaheim or Pasadena? Must be Anaheim.
It was Anaheim. It was like right there by the stadium.
Yeah, this will be our first national. We haven't ever been, so.
Bring a stack. Bring a grip. But yeah, I mean, I'm bummed out, but it'll be fine because it's just I'm spending, between the reason I'm not going, I don't know if you know, is my daughter's quinceañera. It's like a sweet 16, but it's 15 for like Hispanic culture. And let me just tell you, I'll be saving money if I went to Chicago. Let's just say that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could get cards wherever. It's great, but just hanging out, meeting everybody, and you'll get this experience when you see. It's really gonna be like you already. It's like not missing a beat, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You do your little bro hug, hey, and you just start talking. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're meeting for the first time. You never say that. It's like, hey, bro, what's going on? Yeah.
So it's almost like, because, you're in the Army also and stuff. It's like seeing one of your old friends again, that you're stationed with. Like, it's just like you just don't miss that beat. It's just like
don't miss the
pick
beat.
up with the.
Yeah, like, I mean, up to that point, like me and James were texting or talking every other day, something like that. It was frequent. Then you're commenting on each other's videos. Same thing with John. I think before National, we visited each other. Like I saw him at his place. He came down to Tampa a couple of times. So we already met, but like the conversation just picked up right where we left off from the last phone call or the last text. It's like it's a beautiful thing. Look, Orlando, I thought Orlando had to go to sleep. The guy's still chatting.
Second wind.
All right, guys. I got a dope. This is going up because a lot of people was like, this is the only Hall of Fame rookie card in 56.
Aparicio?
Yeah, it's a dope card. So, and then what else I got close to me? I got 57 near me. But
Nice.
That would drive Dylan crazy because it's OC.
That's good to me.
I was just cheap. I mean, it was still close to 300. Hundo.
I got one more piece of memorabilia. I got this at the Iowa Card Show.
Ooh.
It's a plaque from the 1932 World Series. It's Charlie Grimm, Lon Warnicki, and Woody English.
Where did you find that?
Some dealer had it at the Iowa Card Show last year. It's plaster.
That's really neat.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, we were in. Alex had a live stream maybe like 2 months ago, and I think Charlie Grimm's grandson was there during the live stream. I want to say. I'm not sure if you were there for that one, Scott, or not.
Yeah. And there's a Yankee one like this too. It's a little bit more expensive with Ruth Gehrig and McCarthy.
That one sounds familiar. I've seen that one looking for Yankee stuff. Man, so I bought some vintage recently, but have you seen do you guys follow Amio Tenny?
Yeah. He's showing some pretty cool cards from that collection.
Yeah, he bought like a couple of tubs for $240. Like I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was a coworker or what, but someone he knew or an acquaintance that he knew came across the collection, and he's like, "You can't go through it. It is what it is. How much you got?" He was like, "I got 240, bro." And the guy's like, "I'll take it, whatever." So I don't know if the guy buys like lockers or something. He was not into it. He was just, let's get some money quick for it. And Amio just saw it from afar. It was all 4 Sports, right?
Yeah.
Like all 70s, late 60s. And his dad just hands him a stack. He's like, all right. And you see 73. And what does he get within the first 20 cards? 2 Schmidt rookie cards. I was like, you got your money right there. And they were clean too, man. Some other cards in those collections, they're beat up, but the Schmidts were clean. Amio Tenny.
OMYO.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can spell it. But I sent him a message right away. I'm like, hey, homeboy, I know you just need one. If you need to trade or sell, but he said it was spoken for already. I'm like, oh, it was a little late. That's what I get for working.
He said he wants to help people fill their sets. He needed to say, I need that for my set.
I know. I'm not, man, that's a rabbit hole I do not want to go down. Like trying to be a set builder. Like I'm trying to do Hall of Fame runs now because I was just going after rookie cards and PC guys like Clemente and obviously like Elston Howard, Manoso and stuff like that. But it's fun finding, especially with these rookie cards, they're getting bananas. They're just so expensive. But it's fun just picking up like Hall of Fame base cards, So I'm trying to do player runs on a whole bunch of the GOATs. Like, I mean, Mays goes into the 70s. A lot of his 60s stuff is attainable. Same thing with like Aaron, Ryan. You could get their stuff from the 70s and 60s. Pretty decent if it's not like high number. Carew, Tony Oliva. You could get player runs for those guys for days till you get to the rookie. But I got most of their rookies. So from that, it's just easy.
What's funny is when I was young, nobody cared about Nolan Ryan. It was Jerry Kuzman's card because he was the hero in the World Series, the pitching hero.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ryan's overrated. He's got no Cy Youngs to speak of.
He could throw it hard and have a no-hitter here and
He
there.
was never the best pitcher of any year. Who's he? No, I'm just kidding. Ryan Express. I wouldn't want to tell that old man that he couldn't pitch. He whooped my ass.
Robin Ventura.
I love that. I always wanted to get that pitch. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I mean, it's Ventura and Ryan. I think it was White Sox Rangers. I still remember watching that when I was a kid. The old man stood his ground like Clint Eastwood and just threw some heat. Ventura, he lost a lot that day. He lost a lot that day. People looking at it like, okay, you want to keep on chirping, your bite's not as big as your bark. So, but all right, gentlemen, I'm gonna put these cards away. I got early day tomorrow. I got to drive Bob to soccer. But this was fun.
Hey, send me a text, Lou, because I want to send you this picture of a 1975 Puerto Rican lottery card with Clemente on it. It's for sale. Yeah.
Okay. I think Rudolph showed me. Rudolph's I love Clemente. I like to think I know a lot about Clemente, but anything I have never seen before or something that's like
I don't know if you can.
Scarce, Rudolph probably has it. Oh yeah. That's dope. It's for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's cool. I like that. So when or is that like on eBay?
Huh?
Is that from a buddy of yours? Like someone is selling it, or is that on eBay?
No, it's on a Discord.
That's pretty dope. What are you asking?
50 plus $5 for shipping.
Oh, 55, really?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll send you a message.
Okay.
I'm on timeout right now. I think I told you guys. I can't really buy too much. I
Gotcha.
just hope that means I'm getting something bananas for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
Huh?
When's your birthday?
The 14th of April. I'll be the big 4-2. Getting old, bro.
Mhm. You're the youngest in the group right
I'm
now.
gonna say you're the youngest one here. I'm pretty sure.
Shoot, man. Between military and what I do now, close to 20 years, my back is shot. My leg is done. I broke my leg twice, broke my foot, my ankle. I tore my ligaments in my hand. My C3, my C4 is jacked up. I'm tired, man. I'm going to just hit 20 and get out and then do something else. Take a little break and then do something else.
I had
Walk straight.
a high school classmate from North Dakota. He ended up retiring in the Tampa area. Now he was in the Air Force and he retired. Now he just watches his mango tree grow.
Oh, nice. His last station was at McDill.
It must have been.
Yeah.
So he retired in Tampa area.
Yeah, nice place to retire. No state income tax, baby.
I'm in Texas. That's why I'm here.
That's right.
That's what we're looking at.
Come on down, Scott.
We got our camper in Oklahoma right on the border, and 2 more years when we retire, probably we'll start looking at a house or something or a condo in Texas.
Shit, bro. Forget the house. You're in Oklahoma, go to Mikey Mantle's. I've been wanting to go to that store ever since Mike Baseball Collector dropped it. I mean, he's got vintage like high-end vintage with maize and mantle and all that stuff. Mikey Mantle's, I think, is what he calls the store.
What is it, MM7?
Yeah. He's in Oklahoma. So check that out. But all right, let me get out of here. It was a pleasure, guys.
All right, later, Lou. Thanks for coming on.
Of course,
All
of course.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Dave. I need to take off too, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get off too.
Thanks for the invite, Dave.
No
Had a good
problem.
time, guys.
Yeah.
Nice
Thanks
Have
for
a good
coming
night.
on.
Good night, guys.
All right,
Good night.
thanks, everybody. See y'all later.